Yo guys, what's going on? Good to see everyone. Hope you're having a good, what is it today, Thursday? Good lord, it's already Thursday. Week gets away from me, man. Gaming, how you doing, man? So are you like hosting a server? What's happening? So gaming, I am not hosting a server. We are in a building world. I think today though, I'm going to be finishing up a build that I have to work on for a Skyblock mod, which is a mod I'm working on Tuesday though. So I only stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesday, we did actually have an open building session, so people were able to join if there are people I know. So generally speaking, we build with people that we've like seen in stream a little bit or been around for a while. So if you're brand new, you might not get an opportunity today. No one's getting an opportunity because we're going to be building for a mod, so it's very specific. We've done a lot of cool builds for it already. So generally speaking, though, we do that. So Rizgar, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you guys doing? I feel like I gotta change this. I'm sure I'm feeling this music, guys. It's not what I'm here for. Let's try something different. Let's try whatever this is. Just something different. All right, cool. I'm tired. I need a haircut. I look disheveled. I need to work on editing. I have a lot of stuff I need to do. That's how I feel, you know? But, I mean, whatever, you know? I'm alive and well. We can't complain. I don't know how to do multiplayer. I can barely. Oh, also gaming. What I normally do is what I tell people is just to add me onto Steam, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll just like invite a certain number of people to come join me. So it's not that complicated. The problem is it's limited. I can't have like 500 people in the game. So, you know, it's like you get like 6-7 people at most. Not that we usually have that many people that join up anyways, so it's not that big a deal, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it's fun to do. Like I enjoy doing multiplayer with people, and like especially when it comes to building, because that's really what we do. So gaming, if you don't know anything about the channel, if you don't know who I am, I don't want to say like who I am, like you should know who I am. Go to that link. There's a YouTube channel. We actually just hit 10K subscribers, which is really cool. So I'm not a big channel by any stretch, but we are doing a ton of builds, tutorials, that kind of stuff. I have some more I need to do, so we're gonna work on that. So we'll see. Hey, Bellar, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome on over from YouTube. Oh, and guys, by the way, we are multi-streaming, so I am going to be talking to people both on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you see me talking to Bellar and you don't know who the hell I'm talking to, they're on YouTube. Okay, I'm not crazy. Hey, Luke, how's it going? All the way from Milano, right? The Italian stallion, Luke Fishron. How you doing, man? Good to see you again. Isn't it late there? Isn't it like 11 at night in Italy? It's like 6 hours difference out there, I think. One sec, guys. Goddamn kids with their goddamn cars making noise outside. It's really hard to find YouTubers and streamers that do. So gaming, there are definitely a few Terraria YouTubers out there that are like pretty consistent. What there aren't are any that do building. So I might be one of the only, I don't want to say only, I'm sure there's a lot of people I don't know. I'm one of the few that does it somewhat consistently, and certainly one of the very few that streams building. That said, that does not mean you won't be able to find someone that's like more interesting or whatever, right? So I don't know. I do building. I stream 2 times a week only, so I'm not doing it like all the time. I will sometimes play other games. I would probably eventually get back onto that. But I do have a YouTube channel that's like alive and present, I guess, that I upload to semi-regularly. So yeah, there's that. Just so you know. So listen, like, yeah, it's midnight, Luke. That's what I figured. It's late there, man. You're gonna go to sleep soon, all right? But gaming. So that's the thing. So if you're a big Terraria guy, I can definitely tell you a couple of people that stream regular that I watch that I think are great. So there's Duran, there's Nugrun, he's really good. Sephi's around. Sephi does like crazy challenge runs. He's very good as well. Who else has been playing recently? Well, some other guys do it on YouTube actually. So like Thorbrin and Skeletron and who's the other guy? There's another guy too. So we'll see. Oh, one sec. I'm getting a text message. Game Raider, I've heard of them. Oh yes, I have heard of them. Now, I don't know if they do building though. Bellar is saying, I don't understand anything. I'm not fluent in English. Bellar, where are you from? Bellarmino. I feel like you're from a very different country. Just want to say that you're... Well, I appreciate that, Bellar. Thank you very much. G'day, Teetles. Get out of here. Teetles, how you doing, man? Oh, they have mod reviews. Oh, okay. They're a big channel, though. I think I've seen them post on Discord, or when they post videos, they go up on Discord. On the Discord, the Terraria Discord server. Sorry, ugh, my brain. Brazil. Okay, well, Bellar, so I speak Spanish, but I know that's not what you speak. It's Portuguese, so... Family's from Argentina, you know? Show us your ass. If you pay me enough money, I will. Or you'll see it when I get up and walk away. Either way. Spice, how you doing? But see, so gaming, that's my thing. $5 and a beer. Well, I already have the beer, so, yeah. By the way, beers here are like, how much is a beer out there, Spice? Like a pint, a singular pint of beer in a can. How much is that? Teetles, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm just a little bit tired. Okay, guys, give me a second. I gotta go check if the front door is closed. Apparently someone left in a hurry, so 1 second. And look, Spice, you can see my fucking ass on the way out. There you go. There you go. Doors actually closed. I didn't have to do anything. Thick and juicy, that's what they call you. I mean, listen, man. I'm a bit of a fatty, all right? That's fine. So what happens when you get old, all right? You just get fatter and grayer, as you can clearly see. And then you need haircuts all the time. And you're tired all the time, and everything hurts, you know? It's really a fun time. Do I do squats? Yes. Every now and again, I've been known to partake in a squat or two in the gym, you know? I love building, but I kind of suck at it. Can never, but gaming. Like you're not, like, here's the thing. You're not actually bad at building. It's just, you need more practice. That's really all it is. Like I don't, like when I build, I do not have a plan for my builds, generally speaking. Okay. So that's the first thing. Secondly, like you can go on my YouTube channel, go check out, I have a few tutorials to give like some ideas. I have speed builds that you can look to like get like inspiration for a build. But really, it's just kind of like playing around with like a few things. So like my recommendation to people all the time for this stuff is literally just go in, don't worry about making a perfect build, and just build something. It doesn't even matter, because like all you have to do is like give yourself a time limit, like for a few hours, finish the build, and just move on. Like you're not gonna benefit from like dwelling on it, right? Like that's kind of how I look at it. So, you know, just a suggestion. So we're gonna hop into the world, and I'll show you. Listen, you get a chance to see here a couple of the builds I have for. So the Skyblock mod has been going pretty well for the most part, but it still needs work. We're not done. We're actually on the final biome, which is great. I'm pumped about that. Oh, sorry guys. Let me swap this over for you, so you guys can actually see what we're doing. So. Where's our Skyblock mod? How come I never answer your sexual? I can't be bothered, you know, because my wife would not appreciate it, you know. Well, you have to be more secretive. You're just too forward about it, you know. So these are just some like Skyblock islands. So the idea, or well, Skyblock mod islands that I'm making. So these are going to be what you'll find in. Now we just finished these ones last time we did this. They're nothing crazy, right? Like, I don't know, a little small little house, a little island, a little this. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. So, you know, but like the thing is, oh, listen, Gabe, I'm glad you like them. My point is, like, to give you an idea, like, here's all the blocks. Here's everything I use to make these islands, right? So it's just a lot of texturing and a lot of color and whatever. But like, I didn't have like I was like, this island will have this exact block right here. This, like, I just kind of started throwing shit together, right? So like, you know, we have the hell biome or whatever it's called, right? It just little designs, little buildings, little elements. We have the snow one over here. I think the snow one came out probably the best. I don't love this igloo, but it's kind of hard to make an igloo. You know, like there's just little like features, right? Like it looks really interesting. The concept's the same for kind of all of them, and then you know, a desert one that's pretty interesting, and a little hut here, I guess, a little palm tree, whatever this is. You know, I don't know. We just got stuff. This might be my favorite desert one, actually. You know, it's kind of cool. Hey, Alpha, what's going on, man? I'm too busy to start building seriously on Terraria. But Riz, like, you don't have to build seriously. You just build something. Like, my builds are not serious. I just take a little bit more time on them. That's all, right? And so the islands we got to work on are going to be these ones. These are I'm going to delete these and make some new ones. This is the jungle ones. I actually think the jungle ones are also very good. I really do like this bridge. I like the way it turned out. Just kind of different. But so you can imagine if you're playing a game and imagine like you open a map and you just start playing like a skyblock and you come across an island like this. It's pretty cool. I think the thing with building for me is it adds so much like interest to the map, you know? And it just feels more interesting. So when you discover this for the first, like for me, building this doesn't feel like, when I look at them now, I'm like, oh yeah, I built this, whatever. It doesn't seem that interesting. But someone who's seeing it for the first time is like, wow, this is really cool. So we've also done a dungeon entrance over here. It's not my best build. I hate how these towers turn out. I should really fix them, but whatever. But we tried to make it as like kind of 3D. And it worked out okay. It's not perfect, you know? It was kind of cool on the map. But the idea is like essentially when you get to this one, you walk up here and then you teleport into a subworld that will take you to the boss. So anyways. No, I asked her for permission. She said, yeah, at least I don't have to do it. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's fair. She doesn't actually like me. She likes me for my money. All the money that I have. Getting ready to tackle Skeletron on my expert. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, the arena's good. I think the door, yeah, so Rizgar, I think the door looks awesome. Right? It turned out great. But again, I didn't have a plan when I was making the door. I was just like, I need a big ass door. Like, I just figured, how can I make it look more interesting? So that's the thing. I think as I do stuff like this, like the nice thing is now the next time I need a big ass door, I'm like, oh, I remember I made a door like that once. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. And I find it. Like all this detail work in here wasn't really planned. I just kind of know the general shapes I'm going for. And all this was a bit of a mess, but it worked out pretty good. I'm still not great at 3D stuff. So I don't know, like, I think it's good. You know, like, is it perfect? No, but it suffices. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out here where the dungeon is and make a zone. Sorry guys, I would mute my microphone, but I gotta clear my throat. I also like you for your money. Dude, I wish I had more money. This is what I need. This is why I need you guys to go watch all my videos so YouTube can pay me 4 cents per view. Okay, that's what I need. That's why the subscriber count's so funny, because it's almost like, it's almost meaningless in a way. Phoenix, how you doing? Welcome on in. We need to build the final biome. So I'm going to do I think I'm going to go with a corruption biome. Or no, let's go, should we go with the red biome or the other one, with the crimson? I think I might do crimson, because I think you can do some more interesting stuff. I think. Oh, this is gonna be kind of tricky though. Make an ocean biome if you have not. So the reason we're not, so the ocean biome is not something we have to make because I believe it's part of a subworld. So I've made desert, snow, underworld, hallowed, forest. I have to make corruption or crimson, doesn't matter. We have jungle and then we have an entrance. So I don't believe we need an ocean, because the idea with skyblocks is you also do have to make your own, and the biome for the ocean is actually the easiest to make. So crimson's better. Okay, do you guys think crimson then? I'm doing good except my head. What'd you do? Did you fall on your face again? 200 plus manga chapters. What manga are you reading? I feel, you know what? I feel like I could get into reading like mangas. I just don't. I don't know where I would start. Plus, I feel like I'd have like an obsession. Then I'd be like, oh, comic, because I used to like reading comics as a kid, you know, and I feel like that's as close as you would actually kind of get to it. Have I made a temple for Golem? I have. It's on my YouTube channel. Although I wouldn't say it's for Golem so much as just like it's inspired by the jungle, if that makes sense. You know? So what I gotta figure out is I need to figure out a couple of block ideas here. I'm gonna start with a really small island just to kind of get the texturing and that kind of stuff. I think I know I'm gonna go with like the usual pattern and pieces here. What I'm not sure is like, so there's mudstone, there's, I need the hellstone brick. I need crag. I think the craggy stone will get changed. So we're gonna start with a smaller island, like I said. And I like to do this just to get a pattern or some design or something. So we'll kind of, I don't know, we'll figure something out. That's more than big enough here. Okay, so let's see what we come up with. Again, like I said, I have no clue what I'm making. I know I'm making an island. I know it's gonna be crimson. I don't know the shape. I don't know if I'm gonna like the way it looks. Now, what I do need to do though is I need to get the solution. Let's get the, I think the red, it's red solution, right? Yeah. So I think with crimson we're fine. Now, yeah, I need to put seeds on it. God damn it. I just want to see what this will look like when I, because I think some of these also change. I just never know which one. So oh, is it the walls maybe? Oh, it might be the walls. Oh, I hate that so much. Oh, I hate that so much. Why do you do this to me? That means I have to do craggy stone last. Or I can't spray anything. Ooh, okay, anyways, we'll figure that out. I read all the current chapters from my disciples are all big villains. I don't know what that is. But, hey, so long as you're reading something, right? There's also a lava type block or something that's like blood red that you should use. Lava type block. So I don't know if I'm gonna go for the hellstone look. Let me see if I know what you're talking about. A lava type block. I want flesh block, I know that. A lava type block. There's meteorite, I don't think I'm gonna use that. The hellstone will fit with crimson when I paint it. And it'll be a mix. But see, like, things like this, I'd rather, I don't know if I want to, like, because crimson just looks like this. This is crimson, right? Like, inherently, this is all this is. It's not very interesting. And the background's not very interesting. So I'm trying to make mine look, I don't know, better is the right word, but like different. But even like, if I want to put like solar fragments, if I paint something, because I do think gray is going to be the right color here, but I'm also going to need probably some red. And the reason I like the gray is because I want this to still have stone and cragginess to it, you know? Hey, Robert, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Use the lava block that's painted. Again, I don't want this to, like, let's not get like underground or underworld or hell biome confused with the corrupted area. They're not the same, right? I could put like ore and stuff there, I guess, but that's an option, but I think that'll give it a little bit of color. But we are kind of limited. We can't really go too crazy. Yeah. Because the lava block is fine, but it's not the right look. Now, crimson sand, I wonder, this is what I need for this. Yeah, I definitely want this block. So you'll see why I want these, because if I leave this unpainted, it has that little bit of red to it. if I paint it, I believe I lose that red bits, right? So I need to not paint that particular block to get the right shape. So just to give you an idea, right? This island's not gonna be anything too exceptional, but it'll look interesting when we eventually, wait, was it this one? Nope, that's sand. Oh, it's up here, sorry. So we'll kind of figure it out. Ah, Michael, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Dusty, how you doing? Good to have you in here, man. How you guys doing? If you're doing one or Crimton, yes. Well, I have to do Alpha, yes. I have to do Crimton ore if I'm going to use it. We'll see. I think I will. We make a jungle temple island. A jungle temple island. What is that, Rizgar? I mean, I have a jungle biome that has the entrance. This is an entrance in here to get in to fight like Plantera. That's different. Wait, you can see me twice? What do you mean you can see me twice? Yeah, Dusty, we're doing our Skylands. I need to finish the Crimson one, I guess. The last one? Did you not see the church? It's right there. Look how pretty it is. Or do I have to go up and show it to you manually up close? Make giant deadly dildos. Now that is scary. Depends on the person. Maybe they find that less scary than you think. Can you show the last one? Oh, you didn't see the end. Oh, okay. One with a big screen and one above chat. Wait, what? Oh, Mike, I think that's because you're a mod. You might be in moderator view. Oh, so yeah, Rizgard, that's going to be in a subworld that I'm not making. It's like auto-generated, right? I'm not making like a custom arena. These are all world, like, to make the world interesting. All right, Dusty, I'll show it to you after when I'm done dealing with this nonsense. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. So, I think what I want here is now. Crap, I didn't even think this. Does the stone also turn? I think the stone also turns to shit. So I basically have to. Oh, this is gonna be really annoying because every time I use this, the terraformer is gonna change my background walls because I want to keep. So I like keeping this like texture, right? I think it looks great. The problem is if I'm like, oh, spraying over here, and I like, you know, I end up spraying in this direction this way. Oops. I need to get rid of you. Let me see. So yeah, if I do this, it'll change. And I don't like that as much. Now I will use that in some spots, I think. I don't even know what background wall that is. What wall is that? This. Yeah, okay. Whatever. So I want a mixture, and I want... It's just annoying because like I don't want this to look... Oh, this is the wrong thing. There's a certain way I'm trying to like have this look, I guess. Am I stupid? Holy crap. No, not sand. Where's this? This. There we go. I mean, don't answer that if I'm stupid question. I know. Wait, are you gonna make it like a thing for a Brain of Cthulhu? So gaming. So the challenge with the boss spawns, right, is the problem with Skyblock is it's up to you as the player to make those arenas to fight things, right? So I'm not gonna like make absolutely everything easy for people. The idea with this is like as you're going through the Skyblock mod, right? You start like, let's say you start in the middle of the map. Like this is not how the map is gonna look. Like one island might be like over here and like over here. These islands are gonna get spliced and changed. Like eventually when the mod's out, you'll have a better understanding of it, but basically like you're gonna find different islands throughout the game and they'll have certain things. They give you access to blocks. Maybe there'll be a chest, right? Like the idea is like it breaks up because in Skyblock you start in one thing with like a tree and some water and like that's it. So we're like facilitating it a little bit. That's the idea. Just pay someone on Fiverr. You know what, man? I think I could get paid to make people builds, and I would hate doing that. How annoying that would be. Ugh, the worst. I actually kind of like the way this looks. Ah, but it doesn't connect though. Ah, it's so lame. All right, so then what I'd probably want to do is this. We definitely want some red in here. And then I'll probably do That just does not look nearly as good, but... Oops. Okay, so that's the wrong color. One sec. I'd be curious to see what this looks like. I like the idea of teeth wall. It's okay. Now, this is going to be a smaller island, so this is fine for now. I think the problem with this island style right now is I basically can't really use the terraformer, which means it's going to be a lot more manual, which is annoying. Yeah, so gaming, it's kind of like, it is still Skyblock, but the idea is like you'll have shit to do other than just, like the problem with Skyblock is literally like, you have the whole world, it's been completely emptied, and you just start like right here with like one thing, and the entire map is empty, which is like, you know, a little bit tedious. So the idea was like, okay, like, well, at least now what we're trying to do is like incite exploration, so people go out and look for things to do and like find, and I think that's much more interesting in my opinion, right? And that doesn't mean it's like the end all be all, it just means it's something to do, you know, like, which I think is probably for the best. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I need little touches, yeah, we need more texture in here. But like we need little touches here and there. I think we'll come up with the right thing. I'm going to do a lot of pattern stuff, which is going to be annoying, but whatever. And here I'm going to go with something a little bit steeper. I think that'll be more interesting. I still want to use flesh block as well. The problem with flesh block is I don't think it attaches to anything. And it kind of looks a little bit weird. But maybe that's not a bad thing. I don't know. But the goal here is like, give it some shape. And that's basically it. You know, that's like the, again, it's a small initial island. I'm just trying to figure out the textures and stuff. I think like some of the stuff will work pretty nicely. Some of this maybe not so much, but you know, like it just doesn't look the best. I know, right? Getting paid sucks. Make them for free. Well, Spice, I mean, like, the thing is like, when you start having to get, like, I don't know what hobbies you have, Spice, but, like, one of the things is if you have a hobby where you create something, and then you're like, oh, I can charge, like, okay, imagine if this world, I could, like, charge by the hour, and I was like, okay, this world takes me 50 hours, right? The problem is then you're always enticed to make the next build and the next build, and you're not even doing your own like projects. Like you're doing someone else's shit for them. And I'm like, like at a certain point, I want the things to be mine, you know, like, and whether I share them for free or not, I'm like, I could always put these builds behind a Patreon wall and be like, hey, if you guys want access to download my world, like it's $5 or whatever. Like, I don't know. It seems kind of, I would say it's not in the spirit of what I want to do, but it's like, it's not really in the spirit of what I want to do. It's kind of hard to put into any other kind of words, I guess. I want it to be, you know, a thing that I'm doing, you know, that I like. And it's really hard sometimes when you have, I don't know, when you have something that's, it's just no longer yours, you know, like it's just, it's not as interesting, you know, and then you're always like trying to like build the next thing and it just becomes very cyclical, I guess. I would prefer if it was something I felt like I was like in control of and enjoying. But that's just me, you know? People do whatever they want. That is the wrong block. One problem I have here is I gotta figure out a wall I can use behind this. That doesn't look stupid. Oh, you know what else I'm gonna grab here? I have a good idea. Let's get Bloodroot. These will look kind of nice if we hang them off here and get like a deep red, maybe. I think they're already red, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, maybe we don't need to paint them, actually. That would save me an extra step. I just don't know how dark these are actually. Why can't I find Bloodroot? I literally just was looking at it. Did I just only grab one? Is that why? Am I dumb? I grabbed a bunch. Guess not. No, it's up there. See, I'm stupid. What do you guys think? Painted or not painted? I think not painted looks better. It's the right shade. I think this is the right way to go. I know it says orange, but it's not. So we're gonna take that off and we're gonna This will be a pretty important thing to add just for, again, it is partially texture. We're gonna want some strange plants painted red though, I know that. Those will give us some leafiness and some other stuff. So we'll go through them. Tell me, what would you say if I choose my pickaxe? I don't think it would affect me. I'd say save your points. Save it for someone else. I do need to, guys, so Phoenix, it's funny you mentioned, I am planning on doing an update to like all the points and stuff, guys. I'm waiting to talk to Nug, because he's got some really fun things like for redemptions. Like I'm thinking like there's that thing where it's like the AI changes your face, you know, and it makes me look like, you know, my tongue is out and like my eyes are rolling or whatever. Like one that makes you look like a girl, it turns your face into like a chick. It's kind of funny. He has a lot of those cool like filters and I don't even know how the fuck they work. So I'm trying to, yeah, I like that. That's more interesting. I wasn't thinking, but yeah, I love you. Oh, thanks, Spice. Hey, Nate, how's it going, dude? What is up? What is up? How you doing? I don't know if these walls eventually get corrupted or not. I didn't even think of that. They might. Is there a moss that would make sense here? Like in a lava moss. Okay, what if we paint it? That's kind of cool. I like that. I like the idea of that texture. This is gonna be a lot of extra shit though if I keep doing this. But you know what? Fuck it. Actually, we can kind of make this work if we I think. I turn this on, we'll do argon moss, or sorry, lava moss. It just kind of gives it a more interesting bit of detail, I think. Right? That kind of looks more cool, I think. And that's a question of crimson tooth wall or not. I think here we'll actually do, let's do this painted gray. So the problem with this kind of island design is like this becomes very intricate and what we end up with is like a lot of, I want to say unnecessary detail, but like extra details that aren't gonna be like life-changing either. Which is not kind of what I didn't even check this wall. What is this? I mean, sure. Okay. And that's really all this needs to be. I like the addition of flesh block walls here and there. It looks pretty good. AI, make him a DILF. Too late. Already there. Teal, sorry for to be boring, but I gotta go. No, that's okay, Teetles, man. Thanks for popping in, dude. Have a good stream. Thanks for your amazing and hurt. Listen, this is not hard work, all right? It's all about time, energy, and money, all right? That's what it is. But let's not confuse it with hard work. I'm just doing my absolute bare minimum to entertain you guys. I don't even know, like, is it what I'm doing even considered entertainment? Like, let's be honest here. Probably not, right? Like this has to barely pass as entertainment. I do like the flesh wall. I think this is a good start. I think this is nice. Now the thing here is I will need trees, which is kind of annoying. Because these have to be like have to be. You're gonna need some shade wood. But although I also kind of like the idea of not having to do that. I don't know. And we're gonna need something with the building as well. Okay, good. Nice tall tree. So this can be interesting because I can kind of make it like this, but let's get some. I'm not really sure what to do with the crimson aspect here. I feel like I mean, that looks okay. I don't know, maybe. What else could I put here from an environmental side? Like, I mean, bones, I guess, right? Like that like seems appropriate, but I'm wondering if like with this, with a red tinge, that actually doesn't look bad. Yeah, it's okay. We can like mush this down. Can just get a little bit more texture. What do you think? That's not a bad little Crimson Island, right? Nape, it is kind of tedious, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, the thing with this is like the idea here is like as you're exploring the world, you come across some of these islands and they look a lot more interesting. Now, I'm probably going to have to make a bigger island with a more customized tree. And what kind of structure would make sense on something like this? Like, I'm thinking something like that has this sort of, takes a page out of this, like a little mouth sort of look maybe, or with like teeth, or I don't know. I don't know. Something. We need something. To some interesting people, fair enough. Yes, I mean, that's like a blood trend, like something, but like, what would that look like? Like, what comes to mind is like in a little abandoned like building that has like an altar or something, you know, but I don't know if that maybe is too predictable or whatever. I'm not really sure. I don't know what the right word is for that, but that's what I don't want. Let's... no. I don't think this looks bad. I just needs a little bit more, I feel like we could use more of this sand. See, the problem is I don't... I'm gonna paint most of this gray and then maybe just remove some of the paint. I like that little bit of red. Actually, you know what? Let's keep it all red. That just looks better. Yeah, I like that color a lot more. And then that moss sort of fits in, and it just... I think that's better. I think. The flesh blocks could be used a little bit more too. Hyper-realistic blood. Can't do that, man. Nothing I can do about that. Best I can do is not hyper-realistic blood. Alright, so what's gonna suck here is I have to make a large island. Or a larger island. I also kind of feel like the crimson ones don't need to be enormous, but just have to be just big enough to look interesting. But I don't know. Middle section usually has to be kind of filled in. We'll make some interesting patterns. So this one could have a little structure of sorts, maybe. Maybe this could be our biggest island, and we don't have to do too crazy with it. But we want something. I also want some like curvature to this. I think it could be more interesting. Wait, is that what the... that's what I use it for. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, you just throw it here, and then you can start making blocks like that. Oh, fancy. Yeah. You can do it for a lot of stuff. I mean, technically it's a weapon. But it's a bit stupid, because it's like, it creates blocks that then disappear, so... Again, it really depends on your use case, you know? Like, what you want to do with it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, I think I'm gonna do this right off the bat. I'm just gonna use corruption on this, and I'll use seeds for everything else. This is the thing, is like, I kind of don't want to have to do this, but I don't know, not necessarily a faster way, but like a better way to do this. Where if I do it manually, I'm gonna end up doing it manually anyways, but we're gonna try to put some of this stuff together. Also, Spice, I don't think you answered me. What was the, what's a beer cost where you are? I was interested to hear. Okay, so here I'm gonna do a little bit of this, again, unpainted. I think some of this is... You don't drink beer. Well, what the fuck do you do all day? You live in the middle of nowhere in Wales. I mean... You gotta have a drink every now and again, right? You gotta know what a beer costs, like... I don't smoke cigarettes. I mean, I have an idea what they cost. Gaming, you're actually thinking exactly what I'm thinking. So what I'm going to do with this one, to give you an idea, okay, of the shape here, like this one is going to be very a pronounced sort of different look to it. Oop, that's the wrong block. 1 second. This one? Oh, I'm still stupid. It's this one. There we go. So I'm going to take this and try to make like a, that's too aggressive. 1 second. I got to make this a bit, this is going to be a bit weird. I got to just figure out the shape here, but like, right, like this, and then we'll kind of, I don't know, do like that. And this one will be, I don't know, something like this. Just because I can play with the shape a bit more. And then here, I might do another one curving in slightly. A little bit shorter. I don't know, something like that. That's like the general outline. And then we'll probably either put flesh block or something. I don't want to put bone into this because I have that in the desert a little bit. I'm just trying to make it like a kind of nice balance between like actual crimson type blocks and what they should look like, and then everything else. So we'll see how this goes. We're gonna, you know, plop stuff down and hope for the best. That's usually what I do, and then we'll just touch it up and make it look nicer. I go cruising. Like what, in your car? You just drive around? No, like I'm not gonna make these actual teeth, because what you can do is you can, let me show you, I think. If I do this with the right thing, some of this should turn to, actually, you know what? Maybe I could turn that to bone on these ends. Maybe that's rolled. I think the problem with bone is, I think the bone wand, I don't know if this will work. I think that's gonna look too weird. Like it's not quite connected. The other thing I could do is paint this white. Just this normal block. Oh, hold on. So I do this. That would connect better. I can also paint that white. You know what? It's an option. I think if I blend it correctly, this might not look terrible. It's hard because like this is gonna have to be stone and sort of calcified and whatever else. So we'll see. We'll come up with a bit of a design here. I don't know if it'll work or not, but something kind of kooky like that. And this is the thing, is like you got to kind of play around with this. Like I like the tooth idea. What I don't necessarily know is if I'm going to like the way this actually all connects, because this is where it gets a little bit awkward, because it starts to grow outside the bounds of what I'm looking for. And that's kind of part of the problem or challenge with these builds. But we'll see. We'll make it work. Yeah. We'll see. We don't love it. We don't love it. It's fine. What do you want, Spice Man? What do you want? Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be nice? Ugh. It does kind of work. It's not bad. Message me later. Why would I do that? You don't listen to me. You're not nice. You know, you're being mean to me all the time. It hurts my feelings. You know? It's not how good, strong, healthy relationships are built, okay? It's a bad foundation. This guy. All right, let's try breaking this up a bit. Problem I have here is I like this. It just looks better on a smaller scale. So maybe what we'll do is we'll yeah, we're gonna have to grab a little bit of the, oh crap. Not painted ideally. Let this kind of connect in a bit. Maybe have a few gaps or just completely darken that up. And then I want like stone here so I can do the moss. I really wish I could put this moss on something other than just friggin' stone, man. Like it's super lame. Like it looks good and everything. It just sucks that it's just on one type of block. It's not my favorite. I gotta paint this red too, Jesus. So I wish it was the right color. Whatever, screw it. We're gonna, we'll do flesh color up here maybe. And then we'll do a gray up here. Like that, just to mix it a bit. Hey boss, what's going on, man? What do you think wink wink means? I don't know. You tell me. You're the expert here. I'm just a guy that builds stuff, you know? I'm a simple man. A simple man. That doesn't look bad. I think. Well, yeah. The problem is that this has a bit too much, like... It's like a bit too much depth, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I think once I do this other stuff, it'll maybe look a little bit more interesting. Also gotta figure out how I'm gonna fill this. I probably should just fill it with actual normal blocks, but the sand's maybe not a bad idea either. But then I feel like this needs like texture or something, like we're missing. Actually, why don't we use this here? This might actually make a lot of sense. We could do a little bit more of this in there too. I actually really like the way this looks. I just don't like that I can put it in so few places. The moss looks really cool, but it's not necessarily my favorite in terms of how I can sort of deploy it. And I might even keep a little of the orange in there. I think it doesn't look too bad if we like, especially if we make it a bit smaller. You kind of don't really notice as much. That's not looking bad, right? It's kind of cool. Hey, Thur, how's it going, man? Welcome on in. Vost, how you doing, dude? Good to see you again. So guys, if you're just tuning in or if you're just hanging around, whatever it is, appreciate you coming in. We are continuing our build for the Sky Islands. This is the last biome I think I'm going to need to have to do. So essentially at the stage that we're at now, once this is done, the project for the most part is basically over. I'll probably end up going back to some other builds after. The stuff I want to get back to are my NPC builds, and I also want to get to eventually starting the pylon builds. So for the pylon builds, I want them to be very like detailed. I want them to be very like texture heavy. So I have some ideas, but they're gonna be like themed for each pylon, right? So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see what we come up with. But I want like a world that feels like kind of cohesive, but also has like kind of interesting things to look at when you land where the pylon is. So that'll be an interesting project. It'll probably be pretty difficult actually. But I am looking forward to it. It's always fun to do stuff like that. So I'm just hoping that we get there eventually in the next, I don't know, little while. You know what I'm really missing here is I just need like to break this up by just having some like, I just need like extended pieces here that I can kind of mush into place. I don't know. You just need that texture or some version of texture. Also probably want like a different background wall. Yeah, well, anyways, Aether, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. Now, do I want teeth on each one? I don't think so. I think we want like only the like bigger pieces will have the growth. So this one won't, but this one maybe we will. So I think the first thing to do is bone, get the wand, find a way to make this pattern, and we're not painting it because apparently that's really tough to do. This doesn't have to be quite as big. And I guess we did flesh after that. So that's too wide. Okay, cool. Good to know. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to shape this because it's gonna obviously be a little bit different. I think the bone's the right choice there. Yeah. The rest of this will be a little bit interesting. Because also here I am missing a wall, so we'll go with a flesh wall in the back there. And then, yeah, missing connections to the walls is kind of a bit of a problem here, but I'm trying not to go too crazy with it. And then, I don't hate the crimson sand, but I think we're going to stick with more of this. Going into this, though. Kind of works. God damn it. Yeah, so like this is always the thing, right? It's like trying to find the right spots to, I don't know, add some of this, I guess. Again, this is the thing. This is a little tedious in some spots, but I just think it'll look nice when it's all said and done. But it is going to take a little bit of time. This one's not going to have a tooth, so I'm not sure this won't either. I like the idea of the teeth, though. I think on like certain islands it'll look nice, and not having it on all of them also will help as well. So don't hate this idea. I think we're going to need a lot of just this stuff in here just to kind of fill some space, because right now we need to do that. And we'll I guess we're going to have to kind of also figure out how we're going to do this, because it's going to look stupid. Do a bit of moss on this maybe, and then we'll maybe swap some of these out. It's okay. All right. Again, once you add the detail, it makes a heck of a difference, but you gotta work it in first. I don't need this everywhere. I just like, I like touches of it. I would love to have a little bit more in some spots, but I want the shaping and that other stuff to kind of have a little bit more impact. So I think here our issue is we need more. No, we need more. Maybe we'll do hellstone, I guess. Yeah, and then we can. Let's give this some more, I don't know, yeah, some more shape. In which case, then we can also add a little bit more up top, right? That looks kind of nice. And I can see myself having a little bit more here. So the thing is that when we do this, is like, I need so much, like, I feel like I need so much more flesh block than I actually want, or flesh wall, I should say. That's okay. I like the light coming through there. I just don't know how necessary that is. What do you guys think? Is that like, is it too much? Like, is it kind of distracting or is it fine? I feel like it might be a little distracting, but I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I mean, it might be a good thing for all I know. Or maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Actually, here we actually need to do a lot of work too. This is insufficient. Like literally, that's all we need. We could even do like a little bit of that and that, and then we can do some sand. Really wish that would connect in, but hey, here we are. Doesn't always have to be perfect, it just has to be. Although it would be nice to have that little bit of Yeah, see, this is what I always hate. I always want to add, like, I'm always like, oh, that looks fine. And I'm like, I want to do this just to break it up and get some texture. And then the second I do that, I'm like, yeah, it looks okay. You know, it could be better. And then this is how we get into this wildfire of just 10 million blocks later. I have this product that looks like fine, but it could be a little bit better. I think the big thing we'll have to do here is just generally close some of the gaps up as well. Not let as much light through. Like, I like this one, but I think we're just gonna have to do that. This is kind of tie it off a bit. I feel like this could even have more. You know what? This actually should have a flesh block. A little bit more red. Hey, Tidno, what's going on, man? Yeah, but then again, that's why you're so good at building. It's funny you say perfectionist. I'm actually really the opposite. I'm more like, do I like the way it looks? Like, I will not come back and adjust these builds. Like, when I'm done, I'm like, that's it. I'm out. See you later. Like, I will not come back and do that, because the thing I find that does is, A, you're less attached to like whatever the thing's gonna look like. But secondly, you actually go, when you go look at it, you're like, oh man, I really wish I'd done this. And so you kind of remember the things that you didn't like about something, and it kind of works. Like, the reality is I freeball it for the most part. Like, I'm not like, you know, I'm not like, this is exactly how I'm building this thing, and there is no other way. This is the only option, you know, like, I'm pretty flexible with it. So that helps, but, you know, it depends what you like. Like, that's kind of the reality. It depends what you like. I don't like that. How can I fix that? Let's maybe, I don't like that either. That's very chunky. It's a little better. Problem is I need something here, but I think the answer, actually, what if we do just the crimstone wall underneath? That's probably too dark. Okay, so then we'll need like this. Damn it. We got something. Also, Tidna, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. If you're wondering, I don't know, last time you've been here, we are doing all these sky islands for the skyblock mod that I'm working on. This is the last biome we have to do, I think. Barring that the person I'm working with isn't like, hey, I also need this. I'm like, God damn it, you know? But I think we're close, if not already mostly done. I think. Which is nice. It's nice to be at like near the end of well, I won't say a big project. Like, this is just this one just took time, and you know, like, it's gonna be really cool to see people actually play it later, and like what I'll be curious when the mod comes out, essentially what people like really like about it. I'm sure it'll be interesting from a gameplay perspective, but I'll be curious to see like the general feeling of like the exploration part, because I do think like if you're running through the world and you run into some of these islands, you're like, oh, this is so cool, like it just feels more immersive. And I think that's really the goal of what I'm doing, is like helping with the immersion of the playthrough, and I'm hoping we achieve that. And if we don't, then you know what, too bad. You're so much better at building than I am. I don't really have the creativity. But dude, the creativity is just, you know, it's a lot of it's practice. You just kind of keep working at it and you'll get there. Tidna, have you been to the YouTube channel at all? Are you familiar with it? Have you explored it? Do you know it exists? That's another question worth asking, because I know sometimes people don't. Which is okay. It's okay not to know. Do 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 do. Oh, you don't? Okay, well, I was gonna say, because if you're looking for, so my YouTube channel is all building. It's all Terraria building. So the one thing I tell people is like, if you go to it, you'll get to see a lot of the builds I've made. Obviously, these are not currently on the YouTube channel, but you'll also get like some tutorials and some other stuff. So like, if you're trying to get a little bit better, like, you don't have to be like perfect. Like, there's no perfect build. I mean, there's some people that build some really awesome stuff, but you'll get a little bit more of a sense of like how I do some stuff, and that I find often can be pretty motivating for some people, which is nice, right? So if that's something you're into or interested in, it is there for your viewing pleasure, you know. kind of like it without the wall, I think. Or maybe I gotta add another. Maybe, you know what, hold on, maybe we gotta do. I don't know, that's kind of a nice little touch. I like that. All right, cool. You're my attention span. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. But listen, like I said, it's there. If you ever want, the videos aren't going anywhere. They are there effectively forever. So if you ever get the itch, if you're ever like, you know what, I want to build something cool, go check it out. There's a bunch of stuff there. Hopefully something there catches your eye and you're like, oh, I'm gonna try this. Like, that's really the goal. Like, it's not, eventually I'm probably gonna stop doing Terraria builds and not have anything to post and not want to post. And so, like, while there's interest, or while I'm still wanting to do the builds, then I recommend people check them out. But by no stretch is that mandatory, Just something to be done. Like I said, should the interest arise. I think this could actually be sand in here. Because this does give it a slightly different texture. Then here we'll do flesh blocks, because I think that's just one of the only things that's missing. And that kind of gives us a bit of a pattern we can work with. I don't know if I love that, but I like the light coming through, so maybe we'll leave that for austerity or whatever. I don't know what you call it. I mainly watched your stream a couple times, but recently got back into play. Nice, man. So you know what's really interesting to know? One of the things I've been struggling with, and it's really not, I don't know if it's a new phenomenon, probably not a new phenomenon for you guys, but like, do you guys ever have like a lot of, like, I finish work, I finish what I'm doing, I have all this free time, right? I sit down in front of my computer, and I'm like, I don't want to start a video game. It's not that I'm too lazy, I'm too tired, or like, I'm not interested enough in the game to want to like boot it up. And I've been finding that's been like, recently has been like pretty common, which is weird, because that never used to be the case. And I don't know why. I don't know what's driving that, where I'm like, oh, like, this is boring, I don't want to play this. I don't think it's that. It's just like, nothing's really grabbing my attention the way like it normally would. And it's been like recent too. And I'm actually not sure what that's from. I don't think it's the game itself. I think it might just be me, but it's odd. It kind of scares me a bit. Like, do I not like video games anymore? Is that what's happening right now? Am I getting old? That's what I mean, Tidna. I booted up Age of Empires 2 the other day. Age of Empires 2 is like 500 years old, and I played around. I was like, eh. It was barely entertaining, which is crazy. No, nonsense. That's what it is. And again, I don't know why. It's just because, I guess, is all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you don't like this anymore. Like, oh, okay. I know, Nib. I'm just turning into an old man. I browsed YouTube and I was like, I should be editing. I should at least play a game. I finally have like 3 hours to do nothing. You know what I did? I got bored. I watched some YouTube stuff. Okay? I went to bed at 11. That was my night yesterday. That's what I did. Like, come on. Have you ever heard of the Realm of the Mad God? I have not. Is that is it a game, a show? Is it a build idea? That's what happened to me. I lost interest in Terraria, and I was always doing modest stuff and rushing everything, taking no time to build. But so Tidden, that's the thing. I think if you're just genuinely not interested in building, you're not going to force yourself to build. It's a tedious process to make something interesting, and even if the build turns out like pretty good, you know what I mean? Like, you're just going to be in a state where you're like, yeah, like, it's fine. You know, like, you're not going to be all that excited about it. Like, I have days where I'm not like really keen on building, and so I don't build. It's really as simple as that. I will not build. There's no point. I don't benefit from trying to build when I don't want to. And I don't know, like, that's just kind of like, I don't know, that's how I am. Like, I don't feel bad about that, right? It's like, sometimes you're just kind of fucking, you're not in the mood, you know? Like, I have no problem with that. I've been finding like, specifically in the last, like, I don't know, man, it feels like the last like few weeks, it's like all the time. all the time. I think I am just turning into an old boomer. Maybe that's what it is. It's a game. Okay, no, I didn't know that. It's an MMORPG roguelike permadeath game. Jesus Christ, no, I've never heard of that. That'd be brutal, man. Listen, I'm also looking for games that I can just kind of chill and play. Now, a game I'm probably gonna get back into, and I may even stream it, is Satisfactory. I was having a lot of fun with that with my friend, and we just kind of stopped playing. And we started playing Enshrouded, which is pretty fun as well. But, you know, again, a game that's just like just a good time. Yeah, I was enjoying it. Simple as that. Yeah, that would be brutal, dude. That would actually be like rough. That'd be a rough go. All right, so I need a little build here of some kind. So I'm gonna actually I'm gonna change the landscape a bit. This is way too like flat and boring. There we go. And then we're just gonna. Unfortunately, I cannot use my spray gun thing, or this is gonna absolutely destroy. Oh yeah, I should probably do this, huh? This adds little eyeballs everywhere. I should probably remember that. And then what we're gonna do is, I think a little bit more of the ore is probably a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Love that, but all right. Oh my gosh, Jesus, Cappy, you beautiful bastard. Cappy, how you doing, guys? If you don't know Cappy, please go check him out. On was he playing Core Keeper? I'm gonna guess I'm guessing it was Core Keeper. But he unfortunately he's from the UK, so you'll have to deal with his stupid accent. But otherwise, guys, welcome on over. Cappy, good to see you, man. How you enjoying Core Keeper? That's a game I can consider playing. Cappy, we were just talking about how like games that I've been playing have not been holding my interest, and I do not know why. I don't know why. Like, they're there in front of me. I finally have like 3 hours to play a game, and I went on YouTube and I went to bed. That, like, it's crazy. Oi, bruv, it's bloody Tuesday. Oh, God. Stupid Brippa. No, he's a good guy. You have 7K hours in that game? Wait, so Tidda, how do you survive in that game? That's what I want to know. Tuesday, isn't it, bruv? Oh, you Brits. You Brits. You weirdos. You bunch of goddamn weirdos, alright? There, I said it. I regret nothing. I'm sure anyone coming over from your raid is probably like, who the fuck is this guy? But guys, if you are coming on for the raid, first off, welcome on in. Again, Cappy, thank you for bringing everyone over. Guys, I do a bunch of Terraria, and I do a bunch of building specifically. So if that's not your jam, you might be in the wrong place, although we used to be a variety streamer, and I also do some cooking, I do some other stuff. So generally speaking, we do a lot of Terraria builds. I'm not the best builder out there, but I'm pretty good, and we're actually building for a Skyblock mod, which I am working on with someone else. It is a work in progress, but this is the last biome that we have to do. So I'm trying to get through these, make them look pretty interesting, and it'll help the actual final playthrough at the end of it all, which is going to be pretty exciting. So that's what we're working on. I'm just trying to figure out if I build up a little like something here. I don't know what I'm going to put here. I think like a little, I need something destroyed or whatever here. I just don't know what. I don't want to make a massive island after this, but I might have to. So just dodge. It's a 2D like overhead game. Yeah, no, yeah, sure. That's weird, man. Isn't it interesting how you have like these old like IO games or like just there's some old games that just got like popular for some reason? I'm always gonna laugh. What games? So Cappy, you're playing Core Keeper. What other games are kind of like keeping your attention? Because I'm still like blown away by the like. I think I need to like get back into like a bit of variety stream maybe and play like I want to play like I think my biggest issue is I like playing with one of my buddies, and like he's always like really busy as well. So like by the time we actually like get a chance to play, we're both like tired and don't want to play. So like, I don't know if you guys have like games that are really like captivating to you. Like, again, I may not like them, but I'm just like looking for suggestions. So like this permadeath roguelike, probably not for me, but like, you know, like Risk of Rain could be interesting. I've heard really good things about that. I've seen it. It looks different. I don't understand the game at all, but like, I'll play it. But like, I was playing Diablo 2 again of all, like, I'm literally going back and playing games I played like when I was like 10 years old, you know? I have Helldivers. I was playing that a bit more. I haven't played it recently because, again, my friends aren't playing it at the moment, or I always miss when they're playing it, so. So Stardew Valley, I know, got updated. I don't dislike Stardew Valley. It's just a little bit too slow for me. Like, it's a perfectly good game. I'm not like super into it. I was just not playing around with the go. Yeah, so Tidna, I just want a game where I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to like do this thing. Like, so like Enshrouded right now is pretty fun in the sense there's a lot of exploration, but I'm playing pretty infrequently. Satisfactory is really fun, except that it's like doing math after work. I'm like, you know, part of me thinks like, do I just go back and like hop on like a quick thing, like, you know, Call of Duty again and just shoot some stuff? Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I just need to go back to a couple FPS games like that are just like quick, dirty, get a couple rounds in, you know, get frustrated, log off. Like, maybe. I don't know. Sparklight. I think I've heard of that, maybe. That could be a thing on Realm. Oh, dude, yeah. Like, again, I'm not opposed to new things. I just Haven is more of an action Stardew Valley, but not, that's true. But Cappy, isn't Core Keeper kind of like, it looks kind of Stardew Valley like. I would probably say Core Keeper would be like perfectly good too, right? Theoretically. Okay, I gotta figure out what the hell I'm putting up here. I'm also gonna quickly make a thing here, like a little box for the I like having a chest here so I can remember what the hell I used, because I may not finish this build today, so you know. Actually, let's go with a ebonwood chest, something a little bit different. All right, so we're using white, we're using red, we're using gray. Obviously, we're going to be using a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Block wise, we're gonna have a lot of blocks, obviously. Problem here, is trying to figure out kind of what we need and what we're missing. Oh, right, I'm gonna want that. What else? I think everything's pretty much accounted for, right? It's not like, this is not a crazy, it's like, we're not using a crazy amount of stuff. It just takes up space. I never played Rocket League. Never was interested. Never interested in Rocket League. Like, I don't know. It's not sure on the outside of the base with bosses mining fight, but some stuff like cooking fish. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Well, that's Tidna. That's like kind of like League of Legends was a game I could just pop on, but people were like, my thing with that game is like, same thing. You get hard stuck at like gold or whatever. I don't care that much to like push that game, and it gets really toxic as well. And I was like, you get angry, they get angry. I'm like, dude, I just want to like have fun with the game I'm playing. You know, like I think things like that are RPGs, like Cyberpunk and that stuff. I may go back to that. I do have Baldur's Gate 3 that I'm not playing. I should probably play that. But you know what I mean? I'm almost, what's happening is I'm almost too like tired or bored or whatever, to like start up the game. Hey Leo, what's going on? I have played Valheim, great game, but I've also beat Valheim, and I played it with a buddy. It's a pretty big time investment, but it's very fun. We beat it, like we beat the Misslins on it, and I know they're gonna be doing another update. That's a great game, but again, very time-consuming game, right? So sometimes Leo, sometimes like the things I like are games where I can just play a quick round, right? So like sometimes like this is why a Call of Duty and that stuff can be really good, but I'm not playing any of those right now. So maybe I should install a game like that and just do some stuff, like, you know, get some guns unlocked, whatever. I don't know. Oh, Leo, okay, you're coming in with the raid. You got Cappy Valheim? Dude, it is a very good game. So Valheim is part of the reason why I'm liking Enshrouded. Enshrouded's more about exploration and combat, and it's a bit quicker than in Valheim. But the combat systems in both games are pretty crappy. And I really wish Enshrouded had stolen the tree when you cut down trees, the mechanic of cutting down trees. I wish they'd taken that from Valheim, because that would make that game a little bit more interesting. The building is different. It's about a much cleaner looking game Enshrouded is, but Valheim was fun, man. Good game. Enter the Gungeon. I've heard of that, never played it. Never played it. Valheim is his thing. Yeah, Valheim Leo but it's a great game. Basically any coffee stain production, like, so Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, like, I'm playing that, like, a couple rounds, like, they're fine, but they're not like really grabbing me. RDR2, it's funny, I bought Red Dead Redemption 2. The game then, when I bought it, did not work for some reason, so I just returned it. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, exactly, Leo. I know Ashlands is coming up, but you can do some cool building. There's a lot of cool stuff there. I have V Rising. I was playing it, and then I stopped. That is also a good game. I don't know how far I got. I got to like the northern lands there, like the corrupted areas. I forget what level I am, but like I got pretty far in it. But a good game. Conan Exiles, I have not played. I actually think I have a copy of it somewhere, but I just never got into that. I don't even know what I forget what that game's like. Is that progression based? It's progression, right? Oh, that's fair to know. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, the thing is like, this is the thing, like, I like hearing your guys' suggestions, because I'm always like, ah, would I play that? I'm like, maybe. I'm like, yeah, maybe that's not for me. Like, which is fine, right? Like, you play what you like, and you tend to like what you play usually. But as always, you know, you gotta figure out what's working for you, you know? Night, bruv. All right, Cappy. See you later, man. Appreciate it, dude. Thanks for raiding, man. I do appreciate it. Guys, go check out Cappy if you get a chance. He streams a lot earlier than me, so if you're in a different time zone, he's worth checking out. He's playing Core Keeper right now. Super chill stream, nice guy. So, you know, worth popping in for, you know? Or not. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Who cares? So Leo, Terraria is a great game. Like I said, I'm mainly a builder in it. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the YouTube channel, highly recommend you pop into the YouTube channel here. A lot of tutorials, a lot of builds, a lot of speed builds in particular. You gotta see my stupid face, but also you gotta see some cool builds. So, you know, that's part of the fun. You know, that's what you want. Some cool builds. That's what it's all about. You know. Okay, there's more walls in this, right? Am I missing one? Did I not use one? Is there only 8? I guess there's only 8. Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, so what am I putting here? I need like a little shrine. This is not a very big island, though. Maybe I could do something with, like, skeletons and trees. I'm just thinking here, because I do, like, a tree here and a tree here and, like, something in the middle. Little build of some kind. Okay. I'm gonna need better materials than this. What block should we use? I don't want anything too fancy. Bearded lady, what's going on? Maybe a mini altar. Yes, precisely. That's essentially what we're building. I just don't know if it's gonna be like an altar or like a little house thing. I'm still debating on that. But Bearded, welcome on over from YouTube. Guys, I am multi-streaming, so I am on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. So if you hear me talking to people that aren't in the Twitch chat, it's because they're on YouTube and vice versa. Hopefully I'm not suffering some kind of psychosis, but you know. I just started to figure out about that. Yeah, so Leo, the problem with Terraria is it does a pretty terrible job of explaining progression for the most part. Like, you can't just like run around and like figure it out. There's a lot in it. I'm going back into Terraria Vanilla to try and do some building. Do it. I approve. I approve heavily of that decision. You could make like a wall of flesh mouth with. So the problem is, I think this island's a little too small, and like I could do some sort of I could do a thing like that where like there's like teeth, and you walk into a building. I mean, I could do that and extend that, I guess. I mean, is this the island where I want to do that though? No, I think I'm going to need a bigger island. The problem with these islands is they're very time consuming to make the bottom part of. But I think knowing that I have these materials, I think I'm pretty happy with, hopefully, like this shape. Because I know I could extend this out, put like a teeth or some tooths or teethses or whatever, and like as an entrance, and like there's like stairs coming in, but that's a bit of a pain in the ass to do. And then also, what's this build gonna be? It's gonna be too, it's a bit too narrow. So maybe I'll save that idea for later, but I think that's good. So, open brain, no, that's way too much detail. Like guys, like the goal is like simple. Like there's a couple of small houses. Like this is not meant to be like the main part. So yes, I have to make, I like to make about 5 islands per biome. And then what happens is, so I don't use T-edit. So what's going to happen is, depending on the needs, the guy I give these islands to, like who's actually doing all the coding and the other stuff, I guess, behind the scenes for like the Skyblock mod, he'll take these islands and like chop them up and splice them. So he might like, you know, take half this island and smush it up against this one. And it works nicely, right? Because like 5 islands can become 30 like really quickly. And the detail's all done for him. He just has to like align them. It's very simple. So you don't mind figuring out? Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair. Bearded, how you doing, by the way? Thank you for coming over on YouTube. I know we usually have like no one in the YouTube chat, so if you want to chat with people, I recommend coming over to Twitch, but hey, that's just me. Yeah, so Leo, figuring out's fine. It's just there's some stuff that it's like how, like knowing how to summon a particular boss as an example, like where to summon them, all that stuff. Like I can't remember if you can read out stuff, but it's just a pain. Yeah. And yeah, so no, like I said, we do want to make around 5 islands per biome, but after this, pretty much not gonna have any islands to make. And I'm just trying to think, like, material wise, yes, I want stuff to match the biome, but I also kind of want to do something a little bit different. I think. That's annoying. Hard to say. Hey, Leo, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks again for coming over with Cappy. I use bone to blow up these hearts, and that's how, that. So here's the thing with that, Leo. If you destroy too many hearts, okay, and then do not kill the boss, you can't actually summon him again. Now I don't know if they've changed that where you can build a summoning item for him. I think you can now, but I think before you couldn't. So there's things like that. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like most bosses, like if you're new, you're gonna want like an arena. You're gonna want the right weapons. You're like, it's just a little hard to know where stuff is. That's all. You know. Things like that. It's always a fun discovery, you know? I'm back. Welcome back, Aether. Maybe instead of making a build of a wall of flesh mouth, an island of flesh with the mouth as the ball. Wait, maybe instead of making a build of a wall of flesh mouth, maybe an island of flesh. Oh, yeah. So again, like, nothing is gonna be that detailed. It's gonna be, they're all gonna kind of basically look like this. That's the idea. The detail stuff is going to be more on top here. Like I'm going to add like some custom trees here, and I want this to be something just a little bit different. And I'm not sure what that's going to be though. Like I'm not sure if I want like this to be like a little house or more of like a shrine or whatever, if that makes sense. We're definitely painting those gray. This is the thing, because like I said, I don't have a design in mind for this, so I am literally winging it. Like I cannot stress that enough how much I'm winging this. But we can add some funk to this. Oh. No, okay, I think we need a little bit more. Well, we'll find a way to make this kind of look kind of connected up. Sure. A little bit of this stuff is nice. Okay, so, obviously I'm not the mastermind behind these amazing... Nah, dude. No, I like the ideas, but I get what you're saying. Like, the way to think about this is more like... So this is going to be kind of the general theme of these islands, is what they're going to kind of, for the most part, not always, but for the most part, this is what they're going to look like. And so then, maybe we'll... Yeah. So with that in mind, the bottom parts of these are not really going to change much. Like now, I'll either go with this or this. I may only keep one island with teeth. I may make a bunch. I don't know. But what I'm trying to figure out here is like from a shrine perspective, I'm just trying to think like, I don't want a massive build. I want like it's gotta be fairly concentrated, right? Because like the biggest island I have is literally this one. But that's very specifically for an entrance. If not, it's like this one, which isn't very big. And maybe this one has like a castle. This one's quite large though. And this is a medium-sized island. So usually what I do is I do like a medium, 2 small, 1 big, and a random 5th one, right? So I gotta figure that out. My brain can think of things, but I can't bring them into... Oh, dude, no, you definitely can. Yeah, just think about it this way. I have no plan on building this as I go. It's just like, you're just experimenting as you go. Like, there is no plan here. I just know that I'm trying to make islands, and like, this is why this is taking me so long, because I'm trying to think about like, how do I want this to look, right? And so like, do I want to use copper plating here? Do I want to use, like, what even is the shape? So maybe what I should do is I'm overthinking this, and like, I'll just grab like, you know, wait, is shade wood? This is shade wood. You know, so I won't even paint this. I'm like, what if I just outline the design here? Like, if I'm like, I don't know, let's like, what is this, like, is it gonna look good or not? I don't know. Like, what is this? I don't know, like, it's kind of different. So let's just, I mean, this could be a little bit higher, but like, you know, okay, is this too big? Like, what is this gonna be? Am I gonna add a, do I want this to be more like a shrine? If it's a shrine, it's gonna be like an old, kind of desecrated church thing. I'm like, maybe? But that feels like kind of like, not boring, but like predictable. But maybe that's okay, you know? I wish I built a building of a boss that would turn into... That'd be kind of cool, yeah. That'd be very cool. That'd be impossible. Yeah, I know, yeah, Shadewood it is. I always forget. Is it bad that my go-to building turret... No. Malevolent Shrine. I actually built Malevolent Shrine from that anime. It's on the YouTube channel. It's pretty fucking dope. It turned out really good, I think. I just never freaking remember the name of the anime. But I did, it's called the Malevolent Shrine. From whatever the hell the show's called. It was pretty cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes, that's the one. Thank you. I don't always remember. Now, we could maybe do like Meteorite or... I don't know. Or JJK. Is that is that short for Jujutsu Kaisen? Is that what that is? I also feel like I'm saying that wrong. Choo-choo-choo. Ah, crap. It would, yes. Okay, so yeah, so Bearded on YouTube's asking, would blue dungeon brick painted gray work? Yes, it would, of course. The only thing is I don't know if I'm gonna make this gray or not. Right now I'm just trying to outline, I don't know if I want this to be a shrine or if I want it to be something else. And if I'm gonna do that, I could do something like kind of interesting, like maybe I you know, I just need like a kind of a turret looking thing here. We do roof that goes into here. And then stone of some kind, or I don't know. Because my thing is, I don't mind the height on this, but I don't... Not sure about this, because I'm going to want this to be thicker on the base. I don't know. Yeah, so no, beer, I actually... The problem I have is, like, I can do green brick or whatever, blue or what's it called, dungeon walls or whatever, but the color itself is not what's relevant. It's just, that's the way it's gonna look. Lead brick, blue, I mean... Because I like the idea of this being on the outside. But then this needs to be a roof of some kind. And then this is going to be like a tower roof. And then technically this has to be angled. This I don't know what's going to be. I kind of like the idea of something different on the entrance. Maybe I literally just figure out like shingles or something and I just move these over. Just trying to figure this out. I know I'm going to stick with the bamboo, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this in here. I'm going to stick with this. I think that's going to work fine. What else do I need? I don't know. Find out. Oh, grates. Yeah, we're going to use grates. Sticking with the choices of my instincts, you know, right off the bat, we're going to stick with those. Sorry, which is also the anime Maharaga is from. I don't know what Maharaga is. I'm guessing that's a character or something. I also saw the Crimson with a large beating heart. I mean, yeah, but that's Solarian. That's not bad. By the way, Solarian, welcome. Solarian, so by the way, this is the last biome that I have to do. After this, I think we're going to probably revert back to our project. So keep an eye out because I'll probably bug you about that to do that live on stream. So just so you're aware. It's gonna be slow, but it'll be really cool to see. Also, how you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're well. Aether saying, but I assume there's a lot of being brain and brain, so they would beat like her. I mean, no, but you could do either. It would be cool if I could make like a brain somewhere, but I don't envision myself being able to do that very well. So we'll see. Stone slab would probably look good with... So I'm actually thinking, instead of stone slab, I'm actually thinking Titan stone. Alright, because Titan stone's very dark. The problem with Titan stone is it's also very large. Right? So if you kind of break it up like this, it can look cool. But... like with anything... And again, this is just my thinking on it. I don't know if it'll look very good. But like if I do, you know... oh, crap. That was bound to happen, wasn't it? Yeah, something like that. No, maybe not there. Let's go there instead. Damn it, no. Hold on, we'll get it. Yeah, like that. I like that. It's just very, very in your face. Leo, I am in Canada, so I'm EST, so it is 7:15 here, 7:20 or something. I'm in Tirana. Brains don't physically pulse. I mean, if you do enough drugs, they do. All right. Wait, what'd you bring a couple streams ago? Oh, you're in the West Coast. Oh, okay. I would have thought. I thought if you were watching Cappy, I thought you might be coming from UK. So I like this as an idea. I just, even if I paint it brighter, I think it's a bit too much. And I gotta focus on this design first. So here I kind of like the idea of like a quick little roof of some kind. Maybe we'll get like fence. Actually, why don't I get beams? Beams might make more sense. Let's go with this. And then we'll find a way to do a beam across the top. Made out of, I have no friggin' idea, but we'll make it out of this for now. We'll just... Almost like, I kind of like the idea of this having like I don't know, something in here that would make this a little bit more interesting. I probably also should lower this, actually. Yeah. Let's lower this. I don't, this does not need to be very high. I'm not sure what to do here. I think like a roof here would make sense, but I'm not sure what material makes sense here either. This could also just be stone. Bit boring though. But maybe that's, well, I guess maybe that's what I need. I actually kind of like the unpainted shadewood here. It kind of looks interesting. I'm a casual with knowing block games. Oh, that's okay, Tidna. Don't worry, man. Like, it's knowing the blocks inherently is not going to make your life any better. It's kind of more annoying, honestly. Okay, so I have an idea here, actually, as well. I'm going to try something. I don't know if this will work, but little, like, parapet-looking things. Just something a little bit more castle-like, I think. And it helps with that little bit of thickness as well. Like normally I might do like, you know, I might like do something like this. So I think that's, I think we need a little bit of that just to make it look a bit more interesting. Problem is like the height on this is like equally the height down here. So I think like we can't make this too much bigger. And I don't know what kind of roof I should be doing. So we'll see. Yeah, but so Lauren, so let me know, man, like, or I'll let you know or whatever. I gotta get my acting gear. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for that shit. Takes me a while. That's all I'll say. Just takes me a while. All right, so I don't think I need more of that. Potentially. Problem with the roof here is like, I don't know. What do I want? Like, I also have an idea. Can I like... That is not dark enough. Lame. I was hoping that would look a little bit more interesting. I definitely need some texture in here, so I think we might... I mean, I don't have a choice there. Not quite perfect, but I think this will be too bright. Oh well, that's fine. A couple streams ago, I brought up Maharaga. Oh yeah, no, I don't know what that is. So that's from that show. That's probably why I don't know what it is. But I don't know what that style is. I'll be back probably my mother's. That's good. Yo, Tidna, go do your thing, man. Don't. You don't need to explain. Just go. All right. Just abandon me. It's fine. See if I care. This has potential. I don't know what this is going to be. But I like it. Just Maharaga. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. I'll think about it, all right? I'll think about it. All right, we need a roof style here, and I think shingles is going to be the way to go, as always. The question here becomes... What kind of roof are we gonna go with? It could be something very basic. I kind of like the idea of like a rounded roof, but I think just this is fine. This almost feels more shrine-like. Maybe that's a good thing. Now the downside here is I am going to need to do some platforms, which is always a pain in the ass. Oh, just there. And then we'll need something in the background. So that's starting to take shape, right? Like you can see I'm not doing anything too special. You know what? I think we can actually maybe do lanterns there. Let's do that. Lanterns hanging off that. This just needs a little bit of castle-likeness to it. So what we'll probably do is a little bit of walls. This just kind of thickens it up a bit. I don't know. And the top can probably just be that, I guess. Sort of sucks I can't fill this because this'll superimpose itself. So actually maybe that's where I should put fence. Ugh. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Screw it. It's fine. It's fine. No one cares. All right. It's just a joke. Oh. It kind of does actually. Oh, Bearded, thanks for coming over from YouTube. It kind of does. Yeah, I kind of see it. But that's okay. That's fine. It works. It works for this. The thing I want here is, I mean, obviously I got to fill this. That's the first thing. I'm going to have gates in here that are deeper. I don't usually do that, but I think that's going to look kind of cool. And then, I don't know what we're going to do on the interior. I think the interior needs to be just a different wall. I'd like to do ebon stone, but maybe we'll do, I don't know. We need a wall that's, I mean, we can do green tiled wall, I guess. Start with this. We'll just fill. I don't know if this is what I'll keep, but it's fine for now. It's fine for now. That's not where that goes. In fact, that doesn't go there either. So, and the reason I don't despise that is it's just a different look. I need to put that in here, put that back out, take that out. Okay. What am I putting in here? I don't even know. Hey, Theon, what's going on, dude? What are we building? Stuff and things. I think it looks neat. Well, I'm glad you think so, Bearded. Tell me, are you planning on watching the Fellow 2? I don't know, Dusty. I saw an ad for it. I was like, eh. I was like, it looks okay. Like, in fairness, quite frankly, I don't remember the lore very well from it. I played Fallout 4 a long time ago. I assume that's what they're taking it from, right? It's Fallout 4 from what I could tell. I could be wrong, but I don't know, man. The thing with adapting video games is like, unless you're telling the exact same story, people are going to be like annoyed with it, you know? If that makes sense. Like, I just feel people are going to be like, ugh, like, do better, you know? But maybe. So I want this as the shrine. The question is, do I put anything in the background here? The answer is going to be a fucking absolutely yes. I just got to figure out what. So we do ebon stone. Oops, ebon stone with gray paint. That's all we need there. And then I'm going to want some vertical bits. I'm pretty sure. And those vertical bits can be, I don't know. I want a lantern hanging from there. Or, sorry, candelabra. No, not candelabra, sorry. Chandelier, that's the word. That's the ticket. Now, which one? Shadewood makes a lot of sense. But I want it with color, and so I want to be careful of that. And Atheon, sorry, we are building the Skyblock Islands. We're on the final one. This is obviously the Crimson one, so we're just trying to. That's not bad. Yeah, I like that. Then maybe here we can break this up by, I don't know, let's jam like a... Does that make sense? Or is it like stupid? That makes more sense. I don't know, actually. What looks better? I think kind of hard to tell. I don't know if I liked it more with this, actually. I kind of do. See, I'd like a window there. The problem with putting a window is it's going to have to be stained glass, and it's going to have to be red, which is annoying, but... It's not very interesting to look at. Yeah, we're not gonna go with that. Okay. Vertical. We could do living, and this could be painted gray, I think. It's annoying that's off center, so we're gonna not do that. I'll just do that here, I guess. Sort of sucks, but that's okay. The problem with these is they're never centered, so I'm gonna have to add something there to do it. But I think this is looking all right. Can I add one here, or is that gonna look silly? I don't know. It's not for me. We're figuring it out as we go. So it's nice. It's like, oh, thanks, man. I mean, it's a work in progress, like most things, right? Like, there's a lot to be done. Like, even down here, I'm like, you know, I know I'm missing things like simple things like that, you know, just small touches. But this is, I think I may need to paint this brown, actually, because I think right now we don't have any good contrast. Like, this kind of blends in just a little too much. Although I still do like the way it looks. I want to make that work, but I don't know. Let's grab gates. I need one. Okay, I actually do need one more. I didn't think of that. These are tricky. I gotta say, I'm not surprised. I'm just a little annoyed. Of course, now we have a gap up here. God damn it. There we go. All right. As we leave this brown, I kind of think painting this brown makes sense. Maybe. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I think we're mostly there. It's just... So it's a little tricky. The problem ultimately here is that really what we're trying to avoid is making this look boring, but I can't really fit a window right down the middle, I don't think, right? Because if we did like 1, 2, like that, we could do a singular window, maybe that will work. Maybe actually that's what I should do. Let's get stained glass. I'll just do right. Damn it. 1 second. Okay, apparently I'm very stupid, so apologies. Apologies for my stupidity. See, but in doing that, you know what the issue is? We have nothing around it, so it looks kind of lame. So having like a singular window, and then I'm like, well, do I want to add like, I don't know, like one up here and like here? I don't feel like that's adding anything. You know, it's just like I'm just trying to fill. So I think this one makes a little more sense to me. The problem is I need to find a way to flank it, which I mean, maybe if I just do... Maybe I just do this, that's all we need. But this feels a little... boring. What if we do like banners or something? I'm gonna try banners, 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 banners. Maybe the thin ones? Probably have to be the red ones too, since everything's gonna be kind of red in this one. Maybe. I think it's okay. And then the problem here is I don't know what the hell we're putting here. We built this thing with no purpose to it. So, you know, that's fun. We'll see. Hey, Kopak, what's going on, man? Kopak Lock. Yes, we do have a YouTube channel. It is the one that has all the building stuff in it. So welcome. Glad you could make it. We are working on these little sky islands. I'm gonna also make a custom tree, I think, here. Maybe a normal tree on this side. I want lanterns here. That's what I want too. Lanterns. That's pretty cool. Charlie Spring, thank you for the follow. Hope that's not a bot. Hopefully you're a real boy or girl. Doesn't matter. We don't discriminate based on gender. I'm real. Good. Are you a real person or a real bot? All right. That's a real question. And I'm a boy. Okay. I'm a real boy. Look, should change your name to Pinocchio, Charlie. Maybe both. You know what? It's a good thing I asked. Don't change your name. Charlie, what's going on, man? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for following. Kopak Lock, thank you for jumping in and hitting exclamation YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel, guys. If you want to check that out, we have a lot of building. We're at 10K subscribers on YouTube, so I feel moderately important now, you know? Big milestones. Big milestones. That's my cat yelling at me because he wants food. What time is it? It's not to get out of here. You're not eating yet. No. Little bastard. I'm all right, Charlie. Yeah, I'm good. We're building. So these are all the islands that we've, well, not today. We've been building this for a while. We are currently working on the Crimson Islands for the Skyblock mod. So the idea of the Skyblock mod is obviously it's a Skyblock mod, which if you don't know what that is, basically you just start in the middle of the map with nothing, but you then get access to some of these islands later on to make, we basically want to make it more fun to explore the map. So I'm responsible for building a lot of the overly detailed whatevers in the map, so people have fun like walking around and looking at stuff. And the other guy's doing all the actual hard work, which is making the game actually work. So, yeah. He's a bot at games, what IRL says. Oh my god. He might be. I mean, I am. I am in fact not real. That's true. He's not. It's true, Charlie. I think we're gonna paint this brown. I just think that's gonna look better. What other details can I add here? Let me put like a little copper or something. Like a book. I hate that you can't put frickin' things there. That's so lame. Ugh, okay. You know, instead of that, screw that. Let's do... Yeah. Make it look a little bit more appropriate. Wait. Yeah, that might be a bit much. It's too much. Hey, Chasen, what's going on, man? Thank you for the follow. We're having a couple follows today, guys. Appreciate that. I was looking at your point, Redeem's like, I like that the beverage icon is maple syrup. It's appropriate. It's appropriate. Now, I will say, Tidna, so one of the things that I do want to update all of the stuff that I have for that, like for the point redemptions, for things that are more interesting for you guys on stream, because so one of the people that I watch, Nuggerun, very nice guy, very good streamer, which you guys can check him out, or I'll probably end up rating him anyways. He's gonna help me, I think, hopefully set that up at some point soon, because I really want to get that stuff like squared away and working. I think it'll be more engaging for you guys. It's just something to do, something to enjoy. So we'll get there. Wombat, what's going on, dude? Also, Chasers, how you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're not a bot. My problem is, I'm always surprised that people find me, because Terraria is such a niche game. So when people follow, half the time I just default assumption is they're possibly a bot. But anyways, keep the maple syrup. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna change the emotes. I actually have probably a lot of emote slots that I need to update, but I haven't done that either. But yeah, we'll eventually get there. We'll eventually get there. Not a bot. Okay, I apologize. Okay, I'm new to Terraria and have been no-lifing it. That's good. Haven't beaten it yet. Just finished Duke Fisher. Nice. I will hydrate with my delicious beer. So Chaser, you're pretty far into the game then. Wait, Chaser, sorry, what difficulty are you on? And also, what brings you to the channel, dude? Because again, I appreciate you being here. I'm mainly a builder. We did just actually play Calamity. I've got like too many hours in this game, like 2,700, let's call it. So, a lot. But it's really fun. It is fun. Blood water. Ooh, that is a good idea. But we'll see, the problem is like, and the problem is with that is it's, where's that one? I almost like it up here, like as a topper. The problem is it's going to be off center. It's going to drive me fucking crazy. That's the downside. And on the inside, I could put it somewhere, but I can't put it up here. That's so frustrating. Uzi, what's going on, man? I'm doing good, man. I'm good. Uzi, so just so you know, I know you're on YouTube. We are multi-streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. Most people are usually on Twitch, so I'll usually read out what people are saying just for both chats, but if you have a YouTube or a Twitch channel, that you might be worth popping over. Just letting you know. I can only play Valorant and Roblox right now. Wait, why? Valorant would be fine, except that I played CSGO a lot when I was younger, and like I just see a weird superpower version of CSGO. I don't know, I have difficulty getting behind it. Saw the game on Steam and looked interested. It's a good game. So one of your videos on, oh no shit! Oh, that's cool, Chasers. So can I ask, what video do you see on YouTube? Hopefully it's a more recent one. And also, what did you think of the video? Because I'm always working on making them a little bit better. I will have a video coming out so here's my plan, okay? So for this world, what I want to do is make videos on how to build like Hallowed Sky Island, how to build underworld Sky Islands, how to build this. And then I'm going to do one for like this build here is going to be different. And I want to do them in lead up to the release of our mod, essentially. But I have like a bunch of videos I've thought of. I can't find time for them, man. Gotta find time for them. How long have I been playing Terraria? Oh god, a long time. Like I said, I have like 2,700 hours, like 2,700 hours of playtime on just vanilla Terraria, and probably another like, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred on like modded. So a lot of hours. Too many. I like the blood water fountain idea. I might have to use it somewhere else. Okay, so this is fine for right now. I'm gonna paint this brown. I just think we need that shift in color. And I think this will look pretty good, hopefully. It is better. It's not a lot better. It is better. Only slightly better, but better. I need to be the cultist towers and oh yeah, dude, I hate the towers. They're just so annoying. I don't know why. Like, some people find them fine. I just find them really annoying. Cultist himself is not a big deal, for the most part. Charlie's saying, wait, sorry, Charlie, I missed what you were saying before. I can only play, okay, but I might buy Terraria. Oh, you don't own Terraria? Oh, did you like have to get a new computer or something? Or did you lose your Steam access or? 27 is nothing compared to people that play FPS games. Rust, CSGO. Oh yeah, no, I know, man. That's the thing, I agree with you. I think it's hard to play a game for like 10K hours. Like, unless I get your like job or something. Like, to me, that's just a bit overkill. To the point where I'm like, I don't even know if that's fun anymore. If that makes sense. I want to put something else here. Like, can I not put like a skeleton or something? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna clutter this up though. Like, you know, like. I just don't think that's necessary. I think this is fine the way it is. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna try to do too much. How does it take to make the islands? So they're taking me a little bit of time right now, but in general, I can do like, call it two to 5 islands in like each island should really only take me like an hour, but I'm really milking this one pretty badly, actually. This one's taking me a bit longer for sure. And then I gotta still make some trees and some other stuff. Like, I don't want to make... I was gonna make 2 custom trees, but I think we're gonna go with that. I mean, we'll just like rubble there, and then I'll do custom trees on this side. All right. So let's... Where's the heck is that fertilizer? Right? So do that. This is a very tall tree. That's a bit unfortunate. And then what we'll do is... just try to add a little bit of texture. And like I said, I want some stone or something, some bones here or something. I don't know what, but I don't want to paint. Or no, do I want to paint them? I think they're kind of cool when they're red. You know? Gives us something to work with. And then custom tree. Okay, so let me catch up with chat, guys. Apologies. Not sure which one is. So not sure which one. It's been a few days, but I remember seeing you. I'm on classic. Okay. Well, listen, Chase. I'm just glad you popped in from YouTube. So I appreciate it, man. No, it's hard to convert people to come and just check it out. Streaming's not for everyone. Some people don't really care about building. It's fine, right? So like I have very low expectations, but it is nice when people pop in. So I appreciate it. I'm on classic difficulty at the moment, then going to try expert. Okay, so you're still, and then you get into mods and you're getting some crazy stuff. So you got a long way to go with the game, but dude, this game is worth like a low cost of entry and just a ton of hours out of this game you'll get. I promise you. Bro, can you please do me a favor? What is it? What do you want? What do you want, Uzi? What's the favor? Wyatt, what's going on, man? 10K hours would be insane. Dude, Wyatt, you're gonna hit 10K hours. You're a nerd. It's gonna happen. I believe that's it's in your future. Why, how you doing, man? I played RuneScape. Yeah, dude. Okay, so RuneScape's not a game I play. I know people are obsessed with that game. Obsessed with that game, which is fine, right? Like, play the games you like, go for it. But holy crap, like that's a game that people are just fanatical about. Which, you know, again, I get, but I do kind of laugh because I'm like, I think that's one of those few games that I actually do have a little bit of difficulty getting past the graphical thing with it. I don't know why. It's hard. It's a little tricky for me. Also, popping off on the stream. Wait, am I? I don't think I am. We got a couple of new people. We have one person, Uzi's on YouTube. I don't ever know how many people are actually in chat. So if we're a lot, then, you know, I know we had a raid, so I think that might be people are just kind of chilling from that, Wyatt, but also, you know. But Wyatt, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I played it for like 17 years. Yeah, okay, but still, dude, it's like the fact that you go, like, think about it this way: the fact that you still go back to a game that's that old, that it still draws your attention, like, you know, like that's a thing. Like, that's impressive. You know, like you wouldn't think that would be a thing, but it's a thing. You know, so. Okay, I think we get rid of that too. I think all the stuff I use for this, I'm just gonna get rid of because I don't think I need them anymore, right? So I don't need that. I don't need anything for the castle. So I probably shouldn't have thrown out that other stuff. A little bit unfortunate, but here we are. I also don't know if I'm gonna keep the roof that color or not. That's something else to keep in mind. I don't know what color roof. I'd like to do black here, but I think that might be a little standout. I think the red maybe actually even works. We'll see. Like I played Realm of the Mad God 7,000 hours, holy shit. But it's also a game where when you die, you lose everything. Yeah, but then, dude, but you're still going back to it. Right? Like, you're still going back to it. That's kind of crazy. So like, everything is a complete rebuild. That's what I mean. Like, you're rebuilding every single time, but yet you're still, for some reason, you're still drawn back into the game. That, to me, is a sign of a game that just obviously has some level of replayability for you, which is hard to find. So... and you have stats that you have to max out as well. So it's not, yeah, exactly. I feel like it's like if you were playing Diablo 2, but you had to like max out your stats or something. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, whoa, dude. Holy. That was really loud. Chaser, you don't have to sub, man. This shit's free, bro. I really appreciate the subs. It's been a long time since we've got a sub, but yeah, like Aether got one, Nape got one. Oh, Nape. Alpha, oh, I don't know, Alpha is a nice guy. Yo, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. But you don't have to sub to this. You don't have to donate, guys. You don't have to sub. You're here and we're chatting, and that's all I can ask. So I appreciate it. Ouch. You were at like 20 when I showed up, which is yeah, maybe why, but that's probably just because of this rate of like 8 people or something. So you deserve it, man. Oh, dude, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Like I said, my hope is that my YouTube stuff will eventually make me some money. As it stands right now, that's not quite the case, but we're working on it. So that's why, like, I'm hoping that'll eventually like be a thing, because it would be nice if that did it, because then I don't have to, like, you know, people don't have to donate, and I've said this a million times before. Like, I really obviously appreciate when people donate or do stuff. So again, Chasers, thank you very much. But it's weird to like. I'm not doing anything special, so it feels weird when someone's like, here you go, here's some money. Like, I'm like, oh, like, cool. Like, obviously it's awesome, it's great, and it helps, you know, I don't know what I'll do with that, because how much is that again? It's $5. I'll make like $12 on that, right? So, you know, in the grand scheme of things, not a lot of money, but it's like fucking to donate, that is a lot. So, you know, I don't know what I'll end up being able to do with it, but like myself on a personal level, but I'm like, you know, if I had that like every stream, I'd be like fucking pretty dope. Not gonna lie. Again, not to kick a gift horse in the mouth or anything, you know what I mean? But I'm just trying to make a point, which is it's rare and unexpected, and I always appreciate it. So thank you. I'm sub now. That's the worst. The worst. But thank you, Chasers, man. I really appreciate it. Listen, this is what I'm saying, right? Like, it's always an interesting thing. So think about the progression. Chasers happened to see a video on YouTube. Cool. Then he happened to catch me while I was streaming. I only stream 2 times a week. Then he shows up and he also chats and he follows. Cool. And then he subscribes. You know how many steps have to go right for that to happen for you? Like, that's pretty crazy, right? Like, when you think about the chances of that actually happening, kind of nuts. So, you know, it gives you an idea of how hard it can actually be to do anything when it comes to YouTube. So again, appreciate it very much. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I wish I had some sort of better cool thing that popped up on the screen when people donated stuff, but it's so rare that I kind of like, I kind of forget it exists. That's why it scared the shit out of me. It was so like, it's such a loud foreign sound for me. So. I feel like this needs to be bigger. For some reason. That is the wrong shape. This has to be more. Maybe this could hang down more. That could be kind of interesting. Anyways. Wyatt saying, but I'm good. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Wyatt. I'm subbing. But Uzi, what do you want? You just keep saying, bro, please, but you didn't tell me what you want. This is the second channel where I've gotten a good sub. Nice, man. Yeah, so that's the thing too. I think one of the things that's nice. So like, as you guys probably know, like if you're a streamer, the most money the streamer gets is through donations directly. But gifted subs will maybe bring people back in to realize they have a good sub and they'll come back and chat. And in a lot of ways, that's better because it's fun to have more people and just like be shooting the shit. So, you know, it depends on the streamer and what they're doing. Like, I'm not a full-time streamer, obviously. So, you know, either way, I'm pretty happy, but you know, it doesn't really make much of a difference which one it is, as long as you're kind of doing one or the other. But you feel good about it, you know, which is nice. Sub to Gafoor Bros, that's the name. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna sub to some random person I've never seen. Listen, what do they do, Uzi? Tell me what they do, and if I'm interested, I'll check them out. Oh, listen, I'm subscribed to very few YouTube channels, and the ones I'm subbed to is because I actually legitimately watch them. Otherwise, like, you're not gonna catch me doing too much of that stuff, unfortunately. Just the way it is. I mean, like, I'm very transparent with that. I don't, not gonna pretend to be like, oh yeah, totally do it, man, and just like not do it. I'll just tell you straight up, I'm not gonna. It's unlikely you'll find me there. Let me put it that way. It's you. Okay, so you want me to sub to you. What do you do? All right, what is it? What is your channel about? Also another thing is with Realm of the Mad God, is there a super like point it's hard to be a new player? Oh god. You know what though? I think that's not uncommon with like games that have been around for a while. Like, think about it this way, like you join a game that like everyone knows how to play this game, and then like you're new, even though the game's been out for a decade. People will look at you like you're an alien, you know, like you, how do you not know that? I'm like, I've been playing the game for 7 seconds. That's why I don't know it. All right. So calm your titties, you know? But people don't want to hear that. They just want to know why you're shit at a game that you haven't been playing for ever. Okay, you know what I want to do with this? Is like, yes, I want to hang some of these. Oops. I wanted to paint that. I want this to hang down more, but I don't know if I want to do vines. I think this is a better choice for this kind of a tree, but I'm not sure this is going to work very well. Do I try vines? Vines might not work though. Yeah, it's a little... It is a little on the bright side, isn't it? I mean, I guess this kind of... Yeah, this is tricky. Because it does kind of work, but it's not quite what I think I'm looking for, necessarily. I don't know. It's not looking great, huh? Yeah. Oh, so bad. Oh my god. So blocky. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no, that's not out. That looks like shit. God damn. Alright. Let me, like, try to at least, like, flatten this out or something. Give myself a chance here. Because I don't normally like to, like, extend stuff like this, and I don't know. That looks bad too, jeez. Sorry guys, I know chat's going off there, apologies, I'm just like, my brain's trying to figure out how I want to do this. Oh, whatever. Anyway, sorry guys. There's something bad, please can you... Yeah, but Uzi, tell me what you do. I'm not just gonna go to a random channel just because. Like, if you tell me what you do and I think it's interesting, then I'll go check it out. I find it crazy that the huge streamers can say... Okay, this is such a good point. Like, I've had the conversation... Like, I brought this up. Like, the thing that's crazy to me is, like, imagine someone gives you, like they don't even react. Like, oh, hey, it'd be like, here... Like I said, Chasers gave 5 gifted. I'm like, Chasers, thanks for 5 gifted. I just keep talking. Like, that's literally what they do. I'm like, someone just give you 25 fucking dollars, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, I get it that if it happens all the time, maybe it's hard to deal with, but I'm like, it's not happening every second, right? So I think like at a certain point, you'd be like, I'm always surprised they don't acknowledge stuff more. I just think they've just done it so much, they almost become like jaded, but it kind of blows me away. It's not like it's disrespectful necessarily as much as like, it just, maybe it's just a different level of success, I guess. Like I cannot imagine not acknowledging something like that more readily, I guess, maybe that, if that makes sense. It just, it always throws me for a loop. Always. I will say this is very interesting you create. Oh, thanks, Leo. It's a little weird, right? Because I'm a little slow right now because I'm getting distracted. But yeah, like you can see I don't have a plan. I'm just kind of throwing shit together, see what I like. It's not as much a plan as much as I'm just doing stuff. And I'm like tweaking constantly because I don't like what I'm building necessarily. So then I kind of like find another thing I can add and maybe like twist that, and I don't like that, and yeah. I like the vines. I don't love this like that, but I think I need like a mix. It's not my favorite thing. Normally I'd make these bigger as well, but it's really hard to have something that's hanging down that looks good. I could do something with echo blocks and lights, but that becomes like a what the hell is that tree called? Wisteria tree, which is like a whole other build thing. Is there dark, wait, sorry. Is there darker red? I can, yeah, but if I do a darker red, it's very dark and very pronounced. The deep red is a bit darker. I suppose we'll get there soon. I will, yeah. What's the highest wave y'all have gotten on Old One's Army? I mean, I've beaten it. I don't know what the highest wave is. It ends at the fuck is the dragon's name? Oh my god, what's the dragon's name again, guys? Not Star Rat. Flying Dragon. She drops this. Betsy. That's her name. I remembered before you did Bearded. I take credit for that. I remembered. I did. It's sports and nerf and food. Okay. I like food, so maybe I'll take a look. Oh, I make football and cricket videos. Okay. Gotcha. I'm more interested in food stuff. I might take a look, okay? I might. But that settles on it. You kill Betsy and it ends like... Yeah, so yeah, no, that is true. Betsy's the end. I didn't see that you wrote that, damn it. Your Christian person is just winging it. It's better. But so Tidna, this is the thing though, this is a good point. When you try to plan, like, so as an example, let's say I said, build this, and you try to copy it block for block, it's actually gonna take you longer to copy it block for block instead of I just gave you a sketch. And I said, didn't put any detail, you know? Like, so I think part of the problem is a lot of times people are very like, it's not that they look at the building like in the, I don't want to say the wrong way. It just, like people, like their brain just works in a way where they're like, oh, I need to, like, I have to have a plan of how I'm gonna do it. I'm like, no, man, just trust me. If you just build a little bit, it'll come together, right? Now this looks weird because we have this very nice tree and all these like not so nice trees, but I'm okay with this. I think that's all we're gonna do here. I do need to feed the animals soon. Yeah. Hey, how are you? What do you want? Shush. Shush, you're cute. He's a cute cat, but I don't want to touch him. All right, so, can I show what on stream? Me going to your stream? No. Dude, stop. Listen, Uzi, listen, I appreciate you're here, man. Do not ask me constantly to go to your channel and like subscribe to it. Like that's just like I said, I'll check it out on my own time. I won't do it on stream. You know, like I don't need you like I have no real issue with people like kind of half self-promote or whatever, but like I don't need you to be doing that. It's not gonna get you anywhere. If it was like a person, so Chase, it is technically a progression, but it does end. It's not infinite. Now that said, other events are like the Halloween event, as an example, is infinite, but it literally just becomes you fighting pumpkin guys all the time, which gets kind of lame. So there's that. All right, I think this isn't too bad. I almost want to make like a blood pool one, but I don't know if I would do that. Like, this is okay. I feel like we need a, you know what we need here actually? Now I'm looking at this, we need like a different floor type. Hmm. What if we like... paint that gray? I don't hate that. This is a little different look. Sweet, alright. Well, it's infinite until the night ends. Yes, okay, fair enough, yes, correct. Until that night ends, but, you know, it doesn't end. Hey, Odin, what's going on? Guys, okay, so if you want to see some real fucking art, alright, if you're on this, oh god, I'm in the wrong goddamn chat, one sec, guys. Go check out, Odin. So Odin does some really crazy, Terraria builds. I don't know if you were playing Terraria. Yeah, I saw you were playing Destiny 2, actually. He did some really cool Terraria pixel art. Like, to the T. Like, he's doing a Zelda one, he's done some Mario ones, so go check him out if you have any interest in that stuff, especially if you're, again, like the creative side of building, because, yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. But Odin, how you doing, man? Yeah, 9,000 pumpkins. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. It's crazy. Also, can you check out my build? I made some pretty... Yeah? Wait, which build, Aether? Like, was that the one you were working on in my world before? Because I did check it out at the end. I said I would at the end of stream. Right? Or are you making another one that you posted in the Discord? That's different. You finished the Zelda one? Oh, dude. Odin, are you part of our Discord channel? Can you gotta post your shit there, man. People would love that stuff. I think it's really good. And I know it's good, alright? I know everything. Post my YouTube. Yeah, well, I'll check out the YouTube. Is it on Reddit yet? Oh, the other one on Discord. Okay, yeah, Aether, I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look eventually. I want to make one more island. I'm not going to finish all these today, guys, because it's already freaking 8 o'clock. I got to feed the animals. I got to feed myself, too. I don't want to take a break, necessarily, either, but I guess I could do that and make dinner, but I want to keep you guys around waiting, so... Oh, let's do another island here. Will this be a bigger one? Probably. And I don't have dirt, because I'm dumb. Alright. So... this is gonna be a bigger island, even? Shit. That is substantial. It's a little bit bigger than this one. The thing is sometimes I don't even feel like the bigger islands are worth it because they don't even look better. You know, like they're there, but I don't think so. And yes, I posted on Reddit with no love. That's crazy to me, man. Your builds are so fucking cool. You know what I think? I think maybe the problem is people probably think it's just like a picture of something else. Like that's how good they are. I bet someone's like, oh yeah, like someone just like got a picture of like Zelda and just made it Terraria or whatever, like because that's what it just looks like the game, which is insane. But I don't know, man. It's always tricky, right? Like, so I was gonna say, Odin, like we just crossed 10K on subscribers on YouTube, and like the crazy thing is, like I'm surprised by it, but like I've been doing YouTube for like 2 years straight now, or maybe even more, maybe 2 or 3. Like it's been a while, and 10K is like nothing to sneeze at, but like. Some of the people I talk to are like, man, they're like at like 80K, 100K, like fuck, man, it's nuts. They have really nice editing, and they also do some pretty cool stuff. They do like challenge runs, but like that's not the point. The point is, you know, I'm always a little envious. You always want a little bit more, you know. That's really what it comes down to. It's really what it comes down to. So I want. See, I gotta figure out what I want. Oh, okay, well. Just go ahead and do that. I do like this. I don't know if I need to copy that on both sides, you know? I'm okay. I've been depressed thinking I might be done with building and streaming. Oh, and that sucks, man. I don't think you're getting shit on. I think the problem is, like, there's a couple things, right? Like, streaming's really tough, dude. Like, you got to do it consistently. You got to be, like, kind of engaging. Like, you have a face cam now. Like, a big thing that helps is like the quality of the microphone and stuff. But like, honestly, even then it like, I don't know, man, what do I have? Like on average, I'm gonna have like 5 viewers. Like, I'm not going to do this forever, right? Like I work a normal like job or whatever. Like this is not like what I'm going to be doing. I treat it more as like trying to like share something I enjoy with people. And so like, I'm not super worried if I have like, for the amount of work I put into like the YouTube videos as an example over the last little while, I would have been like, oh yeah, like they gotten better. My thumbnails sucked, but whatever, those have gotten better. But I'm like, none of my videos are gonna get like 1 million views, right? Like I'm like, if I can get 1,000 in the first day, I'm like, that's a good video for me, right? Like, so the reality is like, I don't think about it in like I guess I just kind of approach it a little bit differently where, because streaming, the problem with streaming is like, building in Terraria for streaming is not very exciting. That's the thing that's reality. So like, I try to be super talkative and like, you know, just engage with people, but like, it's hard, right? Like you get focused on your thing, like you get distracted. But even if I was like hyper engaging, like I'm not gonna have like 800 people in here. I'm gonna like a Terraria builder, like Chaos as an example, who was streaming at one point, he had less than 100 people. He's got like 300 plus thousand YouTube subscribers. Like he's been around forever. Like he has like, he's not cracking 100 usually. So most people that are doing challenge runs for Terraria are usually going to crack like 50 plus, like generally speaking, if they're like consistent with it. And that's the thing, right? Like it just depends on the topic. Like I know for a fact Terraria is not going to make me like successful or whatever. I have a cooking channel that I want to get back to and do that. But I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I'm just kind of, you know, I try to be realistic, I guess, with it. I haven't been doing it 8 years, obviously, so that's a big difference as well. Like, it's hard to do something for 8 years and not feel like you've had success at it. I get that. But also, you know, like, it's one of those things, like, pivoting out of it or pivoting into something different is not bad. Or, you know, arguably, like, and not to sound harsh, like, maybe you should have pivoted in or out of some of it earlier, right? I think the big thing to do is, if you enjoy streaming, do it because you enjoy it. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to see any real success in Terraria or in streaming because I'm just not streaming enough and I'm not that exciting. Like, you know, like I don't consider myself to be all that engaging. You know, I think I do a decent job, but I'm like, yeah, there are people that are better at it than me. That's just reality, right? Like, and good for them, you know, like congrats. I'm happy that they're good at it, but I wish, you know, I would love to, like, basically gone are the days of when you could just flick on your camera or your game and talk and then make money. Like, this doesn't happen anymore, you know? Have 20 views on my Zelda. So Odin, have you done anything like, have you like worked on the thumbnail and that stuff? Like, it's hard, man. Like, getting established is tricky. You know, I think one of the other things too is like, if you've been posting like only once every like month or something, it's gonna be really hard to get traction. Like for me, I try to post every once a week. And that's helped, but I'm like, dude, I'm getting like a couple hundred views on a fresh video. It is what it is, you know, like I guess my point would be like, where would you feel successful? Like if so 20 views is bad, fine. Is 200 views bad? What about 2,000? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing that's tricky. It's like, when are you, like the problem I think unfortunately with YouTube is like, you're never going to be happy. Like I know people that get like 100,000 views on a video and like, it wasn't quite good enough. I'm like, fuck, man. Like that's multiple months of like views on my channel. It's just different, you know? Yeah, but Odin, that's the thing. If you get like, you may not get a lot of viewers, right? I think like the question is like, how do you fix that? And if you can't fix it, then yeah, like maybe yeah, unfortunately you gotta move on. Like, I'm just, I don't know, I'm pretty realistic, I guess, where I'm like, I just don't worry about it too much because I'm like, my streaming is not really something I'm doing for other people necessarily. Like I'm doing it predominantly because I'm enjoying it. And when I don't enjoy it, like there's days where I don't want to build and try. Guess what? I don't build. I have other days where I get distracted or I get busy. I don't stream. You know, it sucks, but you know, we got a raid. We have a couple good people in the community that are like, obviously that helps. And you know, Chasers was here, like first time came in, was very nice, like subscribe to the channel or donate subscription to the channel, follow, like it's nice, but he came over from YouTube. That's very rare, does not happen often. So for me, it's a nice thing to have, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I can only sympathize with you. I can't really appreciate the exact circumstances you're in because I'm not in it. I have not been doing this for 8 years. Not yet anyways. That day may eventually come, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'll stream that long. You know, I think I maybe have another couple of years of streaming in me, and then, you know, maybe I'll do it once in a while, but it'll be like a thing I go back to when I feel the need, you know? So we'll see. I just watched the brick video on the Discord and the feet pick. Oh, I mean, joke. Wait, don't leave. Well, I mean, listen. The feet pick channel is there for a reason, to see feet. All right. Wait, you don't have Discord, or you have Discord? I don't have a Discord. I have Discord. Okay. Listen. Semantics will not be discussed here, sir. I do enjoy streaming, but I do it to hang out with people and have fun. Yeah, but Odin, the thing is though, like the problem, this is the challenge with streaming. I think that's the right attitude. The problem is you're the one that has to create the interactivity and funness for people to keep popping in. And like, that's what's hard about it, because it's like, dude, you're like me, you're older, like you got your own shit to do, like you don't care too much. Like it's hard to feel like streaming is a big priority, you know? And like, I think if you were on this 8 years ago, like, in those first few years, like first 3 or 4 years, if you weren't seeing success, you should have like either A, come up with a plan or like solution. And it's not like, again, I feel bad because I'm talking at you. Like, I just know like my approach would be like, if I had 0 viewers, I wouldn't be doing this for 3 years. And at the same time, I'm also not going to ever have 100. So like, what's the stop point for me? You know, like that's kind of the question to answer eventually. It's like, where does this go to? Like, where do I end this? Like, I don't friggin' know. I know it's going to end eventually. I know that. Like, this is not something I'll be doing forever. You know, and like, not just because of the viewership aspect, but because like, I don't think I should be doing this forever. You know, I do it for the enjoyment while I enjoy it, but I'm like, it can be sort of sucky when you're not seeing the numbers, man. Like, it's like anything. You're the second most exciting I watch. I have fun. But see, Aether, that's my point. In a year, I may not be that interesting to you anymore, right? Like, that's the thing. Your tastes will change, and my style may not change to meet that, right? This is the thing with YouTube as well. YouTube algorithm is like, it rewards watch time. How long you watch my video is what determines if it like sends it out to other people, which is fine. But what it does is it creates like a system where like the algorithm essentially just rewards like fast editing and people with like the attention span of a peanut. So it's like gone are effectively the days of watching something to learn or to like be more engaged with it, I guess, if that makes sense. And that's, you know, whatever. That's just the way it is. It's like, that's why, you know, YouTube trying to compete with TikTok, I always thought was kind of weird. Like, yeah, you want to maybe like keep some of that market, but it's like, it's a bit odd because like YouTube's differentiator is the ability to have people watch something longer for longer periods of time, not like how much shit you're scrolling through, I guess. Well, when it takes 29 days to do a build, I can only that. But see, Odin, that's my point, right? That's the thing that's hard about this in particular, because you're not just a YouTuber or a streamer, you're a creator. Like you create something. I've said this to people. I think if you want to do a YouTube channel and have like any success, do a React channel and have like wild takes that you don't even believe. That would be the like that controversial sensationalism is probably the best way to grow a YouTube channel, right? But if you're being authentic and doing something and like not paying for bot viewers, not like cheating the system, not doing bullshit that you don't even like, it's really hard to grow organically. It really is. And it's just like, that's just reality, right? Like that is just unfortunately the way that this is going to go. And it sort of sucks because it's like, it can be a little discouraging. Like, obviously, right? Like it's not nice to have to like position that shit and be like, fuck man, I gotta do all this work to do like get nothing out of it. Like that kind of sucks. Like, yeah, like that is what it is. And the problem is a lot of people also don't talk about that. Like the problem is the stories you hear about is the guy like, oh, here's Tommy Tsunami. Here's the guy that started his channel a week ago and got 1 million viewers overnight because he's so cool. Like you're not gonna hear about the guy. Here's Tommy Tsunami in Universe B that, you know, has been doing it for a decade and has 12 viewers, and then all of a sudden, you know, exploded. Like I don't know. Like so that's just the hard part, you know. Why does the Few Picks channel exist? Because it's so goddamn good, Aether. You just don't understand. You have to be a refined individual. I don't have a Discord channel. I mean, you don't have to. Well, I'm a recluse with no friends or family, so I stream and meet people that nobody wants to. Of course, Okay, but like again, but so Aiden, I think I would say like that's probably a good place for you to meet people, right? But you also like, you know, it's like now, like I found you now talk to me, we talk, right? Part of it's like, you know, obviously you're not feeling at your best right now because you're feeling a little bit depressed. Fine, but like that's normal. I'm just having the conversation with you, and like that's just part of the way it goes. Like the problem is like as you're probably well aware, like there's not like a solution to this. It's just more just like you have the conversation, you vent, you talk, like I'm gonna go through those same struggles, I'm sure, as well. Like I just have like a different way of looking at it, I guess, which isn't a good or bad thing inherently. It's just that's my view on it. And by the way, like you're not in really a different boat. I think a lot of people tend to, you know, think that they're gonna, you know, meet a bunch of people here and whatever. I'm like, man, people are very transient on platforms like this. So, you know, you might be here every day, and then you're here 2 days a week, and then you're here once a month, and then you're not here at all, right? That's the way it is. This other things take priority, or you found something more interesting, or, you know, and I just like, I think that's how I treat it. You know, like it is, again, that doesn't make it easy, especially because the stuff you're doing is really cool. But the reality is if the thing you're doing is cool, but only to a very small audience, then like, this is what I'm saying. It's like, do you pivot out of that? Like, do you find something else? And if you don't want to do something else, then where the real challenge becomes, if you're unable or unwilling to pivot, what do you do? Right? Like, and like, you know, how do you reconcile the difference, I guess? Like, because it's like, if you're unwilling to change, like certainly the expectation can't be that someone else is going to do it for you, right? Like, and that's the problem. It's like, the problem is also you're at a little bit at the whims of an algorithm, which sort of sucks as well. That's a whole other nightmare, but yeah, whatever. I won't get into that. Also, I got to feed these animals, guys. Sorry. I'm going to end up, me? Dude, I'm not going to be anyone. Chasers, I don't know what other Terraria channels watch. There are plenty of big Terraria channels, like not like 10 billion or whatever Mr. Beast is at, but like, you know, Chippy is the biggest one at like over 1 million. Chaos is a builder, although he's not been building or really online, is really big. Like he's got 300. He's been doing it for a long time. There's a lot of like bigger channels. I don't, how do I put it? I don't think I'm offering anything like mind blowing, right? I think like I try to be engaging, like to at least talk to people if I have people in chat, which to Odin's point, like that's hard. Like when you have someone in chat and you only have one person, you're just doing some back and forth. Like it's up to me to ask you some questions and tell you what I'm doing and tell what game you like. What do you like to eat for dinner? What's your favorite food? What do you think about this movie that just came out? Like I can engage that way, but like the reality is it's like that doesn't make me an inherently interesting person, right? Like it just means I can keep a conversation going or whatever, right? Which is again, you can call it a skill that you need on YouTube or on Twitch, fine. But I'm like, you know, it's not like, this is not like mind-bending ability, you know? It's just, you're just talking. Damn it, I did not mean to paint those. No one saw that. No one saw that. These are not painted. You're all crazy. Because I want to put this stuff on, and we'll just paint that red later. I don't know what I'm doing here. I kind of want to like, I want this to be connected, but like broken up. Oh, Odin, if you hit exclamation Discord in chat, it'll bring up the link for you. Yeah, but dude, but seriously, like even there, like joining Discords, joining other people's channels, talking to people, it may not like immediately yield anything, but like you'll have opportunities to connect, right? Like the reality is, yeah, not like the problem you're going to have, and I have this and everyone has, like, you are not going to be everyone's flavor, right? It's like some people like Coca-Cola, some people like Gatorade. Like if you're Coca-Cola, guess what? You're not for Gatorade guy, right? The problem is, it's like you might be some super obscure thing that no one knows about. That's more the reality for everyone, myself included. But like that's just the way. It's just the way it is, you know. Like what can you do? Like I guess like ultimately like you can complain about it or worry about it or stress about it. But I'm like it's like fuck, man. Like it's so minuscule in a way in the grand scheme of things if you think about it. Like it's just a thing that you enjoy doing, and you know hopefully people will join the enjoyment, you know, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put some dirt in here. I got rid of dirt, so I don't. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that, sorry guys. I did mean to use a bomb, but actually that's fine. I'll just use the I like this idea. I just don't know if I'm gonna like the way this looks. I want something else in here. I want the, oh, I got rid of the seeds, damn it. Stop swearing? I will never stop swearing. How about I got stuck in a folding? Oh my god. Nate, tell me, if I'm gonna be honest, your way of thinking, but wait, your way of thinking is kind of depressing, but it hits hard and it hits cool. But so Nate, here's the thing, man. Like, let me put you in a different light. I stream 2 times a week. I work a full-time job. I have other responsibilities, right? It's not my full-time thing. Secondly, I don't want to do something I don't enjoy. So the problem is like, if I derive my enjoyment from the money that I make and like, I enjoy talking to you guys, it's fine. But like my social, like, dichotomy here is like online people I don't actually know and like IRL people that I should be hanging out with, right? That's a thing you got to deal with. The second part is the reality of the numbers in streaming, okay, would dictate that you're not going to be successful. And the problem with this is it depends on what you define as success, but like the likelihood that you, like, I'll give you an idea. On Twitch, if you have 300 concurrent viewers, you're in the top 1%, 300, right? Now, if you look at that compared to like a really big channel, 300 is like nothing. If you look at it compared to most channels, it's a lot. Most people don't break 20 or 30, right? But 20 or 30 doesn't get you shit. So it's like, you have to kind of figure out what the reality is. And I think for me, it's much better to be realistic, because that way you're like, okay, like if I do this, I'll grow a bit. Like my YouTube channel, I have 10,000 subscribers. That's a lot for a lot of people. Most channels never hit that. In the grand scheme of things, 10,000 subscribers, not a lot, right? It's not. 100,000 actually isn't really a lot. It's a massive milestone for someone like me looking up, but it's not massive, right? When you start getting the multiple hundreds of thousands, I think you're a solidly sized channel. Like that's a mid-sized channel, right? Mars, Adrian, they're the ones I watch. Mars, I know both those names. Mars, I know the name. Adrian has some really good YouTube presence. The Asian guy, right? He's got some good editing too. He's again, but he came out of nowhere and like blew up. So he's been awesome. Gatorade. I know no one's flavor. Oh, then you're no one's flavor. Ah, Prince, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Welcome back. How you been, man? I gotta catch you on your streams. Okay, back. I joined and posted the Zelda in the chart. Nice. Go, dude, guys, anyone who's here, please, if you're in the Discord, go check out his builds. They're nonsense. It's crazy. Hey, stop being a jerk. I know you're hungry, and I will feed you, but not right now. I should feed him. I should feed myself. I have 10, so yeah, it's a lot to me. It's not quit your job levels. That's right. So Prince, like, this is what I'm saying. So it's really interesting, right? Because we're talking about this because Odin does a lot of building, but he doesn't get a lot of viewers, and his builds are like intergalactic quality. Is the best way I can put it. And he does like very interesting, like intricate builds around what's it called? Cat, you're making me not be able to think. Pixel art. And like they're very, very good. And like the thing is though, like, you know, he's like, I don't get viewers. I'm like, listen, for me, like I was saying to Nate, like, you know, the reality is what success looks like for you on streaming is like really interesting, right? Because like I will throw you out the window, sir. So I look at success a little bit differently, and I'm always like, you know, what's interesting is like, again, everyone's different, but it's like at the end of the day, like some of this stuff is just like, you know, if you have 300 concurrent viewers, you're in the top 1% of Twitch. I don't know how many donations or subs or whatever you would get from that. But like, let's say you make like minimum wage, or you make like $40,000 a year on that. Like, that's not enough to do anything with. Like, it's great, but like you'd be spending all your time streaming, all of it, right? Like, that's something, right? Like that's something. Like, it's a massive time sink, and I think people kind of underestimate like the value that comes out of that, right? Like, so for me, I keep saying, like, I'm just kind of like, listen, like, I would love if there were 10,000 people in here, and I was like, I barely had to even acknowledge like 5 gifted. But that's not reality. And for most people, it's not reality. The numbers do not favor that outcome at all. So having 10 people or 20 people is actually pretty solid for a guy that like me, that I'm like, I stream twice a week. Like if I stream 10 hours a day, eight days a week, I don't think I would really derive a ton extra out of that necessarily. I'd probably do better, but like, would I really, like, to your point, would I be making a living doing that? Probably not. Would I be allowed to play Terraria? I'd have to play the next trending game that I don't give 2 shits about. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's the same thing with YouTube. Like, I don't like trend hopping necessarily, but it works. And so that's really annoying because then you spend all this time trying to figure out like, what's the next trend? How am I gonna be part of it? I gotta get the video out right away. Like that happens and it sucks. Like truly it sucks, but like you kind of got to do what you gotta kind of be, you gotta play the game a little, right? And that's, I don't know, like it's not always fun, you know, like it's just a reality of doing this stuff, I guess, you know, like an inescapable truth, call it. And, you know, I don't know, it depends how you look at it, you know, and people think, oh, it's kind of depressing, whatever. I'm like, yeah, well, you gotta accept reality sometimes, you know? All right, I'm gonna play Beat Saber. Oof, get sweaty. I haven't worked in 20 years, I have mental issues and can't handle social settings. Yeah, but Odin, listen, like, that's a very, like, that's a tough position to be in, but that's also a very, like, fortunate position to be in. Like, how many people could be in that and have someone that, like, can take care of them, right? Like, so... I think that's the thing. It's like, again, I can't fully relate because I don't have to deal with the same thing, but I'm like, there is something to be said for the position you find yourself in where you're like, you still feel fortunate, right? And like, you know, listen, man, if that works for you and, you know, you can make that work, then great. But that's hard, right? Like, cause it's like, you might also feel like, man, I need to get something that's like working for me and keeps me motivated. But like motivations oftentimes is very fleeting, right? Like, I don't know, man, like, it's like going to the gym. Going to the gym when you're motivated and you're like, you're like well caffeinated, like, oh, it's great. Not so fun when you're tired and it's raining and you got to walk there. And you don't have pre-workout and you're kind of hungry, you know? Just again, but you still go, you know, like you gotta go. You gotta get your ass in gear and go. It's like, you know, it just makes it a little bit harder. So I think that's the thing. It always just depends a little bit. I'm trying to make this one look a little bit different, but I think I'm failing here. I think I'm gonna stick to what I was doing before. I don't like the textures I'm getting in the same way. I gotta work this in a bit. Yeah, it depends on what your goals are. Like, I just want to entertain people and have no goals to make any. Yeah, but so Prince, that's the thing, right? But if you were making, like, here's a question, Prince. If you were making $100 a stream, would you stream more? And would you quit your job? Like, I don't know, maybe, right? But like, I think like, in a way, I think the scarcity of the product of like not being on all the time also can help you. Cause like there's a difference also because you got guys like XQC and like, they literally just stream other people's content and make a fuckload of money. And I'm like, okay, like outside of that spectrum, like for the people that are actually like coming up with good ideas and executing, I'm like, you know, like, I don't know if like you're ever going to see like full benefit of all that effort, you know? So it's like, it's not to say don't do it, but I'm like, if you're not enjoying it, you just get so, like, so many people get so tied into like the algorithm and like how they're going to make their next like video. And like, I get it, but I'm like, if you have like a lot of people that are like relying on you to make content so you can make money, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, that changes things, but like, I don't know, man, that's not like the existence I would personally like to see myself in, I guess, but it'd be a nice problem to have, obviously, but like a little different, you know? Imagining 10, 20 people in your room watching you gives you, yeah, exactly. See, I think that's why people like Josh, I don't know who that is. Dude doesn't give a shit and only plays what he wants. Josh, I feel like I know that name, Josh Stripe Hayes. I don't think so. If I was making 10 to 20K a month, I would quit. That's what I mean though. Like, but the other thing that can be very fleeting, right? And 10 to 20K a month, if you put in percent, $120,000 is a lot of money. But after taxes, I'm like, it also depends on your expenses, obviously. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're making $1 million a year, right? You're not making $1 million a year. Like 10 to 20K is like, that's like if you have a good job, like that for some people is like a normal, like higher end job. And like, you got to pay bills and shit. Like, you're not You're not fucking living on a yacht or anything. Yeah, minus 50%. That's what I'm saying. So it's like you're like, oh, I made 120 and like, and I took home 65. All right. Like it's that kind of shit, right? So it's like in the grand scheme of things, it's not as much money as people think. So I don't know. I just look at it that way, but I want to continue this conversation, guys. I need to go feed the animals, so I will be back. Okay, just give me a sec. I stream like 12 to 16 hours a day. Yeah, but so I think that's way too many hours, personally, right? That's where I'd say like diversify like into. So like as an example, if you stream 5 hours, spend the other 5 hours editing. Learn to edit, learn those skills, because if nothing else, if you get good at editing, you could get hired as an editor and do work that way, or you can enhance your own content, right? And like I'm just saying, like again, I'm just thinking out of the box there, but I'm like, to me, if you stream even 8 hours a day, that's like pretty long. Now, if you're making crazy money and every hour like if you know that every hour you stream you make like a couple grand, I'm like, okay, go for it. But the reality is, it's like streaming in and of itself is not the way you're going to make money or like ingrain yourself in like a community for the most part, right? For the most part, because again, people are very transient with their like being here. So it kind of depends. Well, I don't. Yeah, no, exactly. I don't either. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It shouldn't be the way you approach it, you know? But guys, give me a sec. I will be back. I got to feed the animals. All right. I shall return. I'll leave the build up here so you guys can look at this piece of shit. I gotta come back to this and make it pretty, but we'll get there. BRB. Come on, kitty. Ready? Oh, sorry guys. Also to get the dog to take a pee, which it's raining, so she doesn't want to do that. Anyways, well, I don't stream for money. Okay, sorry. From Twitch. Distance makes the heart grow fond. A lot of people miss you when you're not. I don't know if people would miss me that much, Prince. I mean, I think the difference is like if I can grow a little bit on like YouTube and then I stop doing that, maybe some people miss that. But otherwise, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, going to watch Star Trek Discovery. Ooh, isn't that the old one? Oh yeah, dude, enjoy your time, man, and appreciate you popping in, dude, as always. Why are we not doing the thing? I think this will look cool once I do that. You know, we probably actually need a little bit more. Yeah. It's a bit too dark in here. I kind of like the idea of mixing this like this and like kind of going like this. Anyways, bearded. I'm way too shy to stream. Well, why do you like? Oh, sorry, hold on. It's like a personal. I didn't read the rest of what Prince wrote. It's like a personal version of scarcity. Same reason TV shows schedule once a week, month. Well, I think also with them, it's like the amount of time fucking it takes them to do episodes. So you're too shy to stream. Like, can I ask? Is that because you're like because you don't have to put your face on camera first off, right? Like, look at me. You could be 10 times uglier or 10 times pretty. It doesn't really matter. Personality wise, like really, even if you don't want to face cam or whatever, as long as you kind of can read chat, like all you really need is like a half decent microphone so people can hear you and you sound clear, and that's kind of it. And otherwise, I mean, like there's not really a whole lot to be shy about. I mean, like no one, listen, the internet's full of weirdos, all right? So it's like you'd fit right in if you're weird, for the most part. You know, like I'm too old to be doing this, and yet here I am doing it anyways. I like the idea of the white here. I don't know if that's gonna. Maybe we'll go with this. I could maybe do a little more out here too. I'm trying to go for a different look, and I'm not sure I'm achieving that. It's almost like this needs to connect to it somehow. If only I had a block that would do that for me. Does the sand work, maybe? It does not. What about you? Okay. That's annoying. That's kind of annoying. I guess we'll go with gray, though, here. Because this is all going to be gray on this side, so... Oh, you know what I'm realizing? I also need this. That's what I'm forgetting here. That could look a little bit better. I'll just kind of add this in some different spots. We're getting there. All right. I'm a bit weird. Yeah, you'll be totally fine. Listen, period. If you're weird, that probably helps you on the internet, all right? If you have like weird interests and hobbies, you know, as long as there's nothing illegal, you're probably in a good spot. You know? Just say, like, you're probably fine. Case in point, yeah. And also too old. Yeah, well, there's that too. I just, like, so you know what my thing, like I said, I totally get where Odin's coming from. My thing is sometimes it's again, I know he's like saying he's got some mental stuff. It's different for everyone. I just think it's like, I think so much of it's about how you sort of approach it or think about it, where you're like, yeah, like this is not gonna be my thing that I do forever, and or I don't like I'm not expecting to be amazing. Like, I know to some people the way I approach it sounds like almost like pessimistic or whatever. I just look at it as like much more realism of being like, like the likelihood that like In 5 years, do we think we're going to have, 10,000 people here? Hell no, right? Like, Terraria is going to be, like, dead. Like, no one knows who I am. Who cares? Like, I'm like, yeah, it was a thing I did. It was a phase. It was like when kids had, like, a goth phase back in the day, you know? Like, it's like that. It's like, you be a bit weirdo. Be like, he's a bit weird. Yeah, whatever. It's the way it is. It makes it look more embedded, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it look a little bit more tied together. Cohesion. That's what we're going for. That's a big word. That's a big word around here. Cohesion. As I grab a tub of paint and not the block that I want. The issue I'm having, though, is... I'm just trying to figure out what walls to put here, because I think I'm going to go with these, because they're a bit more... Yeah, squished together. And I also want a little bit more... yeah, shit. I also want a little bit more flesh block, I think. So we're going to maybe find ways to put that in and... maybe break that up and... I don't know. Maybe this? Do I know what I'm doing? Hell no! Do I like that I'm doing it? Sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah, you're right. For each person, it's different. For me, it's just a performance outlet, but others... Yeah, so for me, it's a creative outlet. Like, I like building stuff. Do I want to build do I want to build 8 hours a day? Hell no. Oh God, like, of course not. Like, this is what I was saying. It was like, the problem becomes, like, when you're doing something that's like your hobby that you enjoy, one of the things that kills it is if, like, you have to monetize it, because then it's a job, right? So, like, for me, like, my cooking channel, I would love if I had a bunch of money come in from if I was even cooking anything. The downside will be, like, imagine you start blowing up, you're doing well, I gotta make t-shirts. Oh, I gotta do a cookbook. Oh, I gotta have a team to film. Like, the only thing that would make sense to me is having a team to film, right? So that you can, like, create content more quickly. But then you got to create more content more quickly and pay for it. And then to make up the difference, right? You got to make more money. And then you spend all your time writing your goddamn cookbook. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of stuff that I'm like, it sort of snowballs. Now, you can still make a fuckload of money. It's just the likelihood that you even have to worry about that problem is, like, tiny, right? You can have good content with good audio, with good ideas that someone else has already done better than you, or that you've changed and made better somehow. And it doesn't really matter, right? Like, it doesn't really matter, because it's like, if people don't watch it, it's kind of like, why'd you bother, right? And I think that's the problem that a lot of people tend to get into. It's like, well, I didn't get 10 million views, so what's the point? I'm like, oh man, like, you are not the chosen one, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. You know? And by the way, to your point, you also don't know what's going to work for yourself or for someone else or for a community, or maybe that video you made a year ago is all of a sudden super popular for some reason. I don't know, like, who knows? See, the scarcity stuff with huge gamers like Donkey, Markiplier. Yeah, Markiplier I've never watched. I've heard him, though. Yeah, but here's the thing. How much production goes into those videos? That's the other thing. Because the flip side of that is there's guys that like, you know, like I said, XQC, who just, like, streams other people's YouTube videos every day, 8 hours as a contract with, like, $100 million contract. Like, dude's getting paid more than, like, professional athletes to steal other people's content. Like, that's, like, living the life, you know? Like, do the absolute opposite of anything resembling work and make bank for it. I'm like, nice. You know, like, no one's gonna argue with that. Like, you know, like, it's just like, it's kind of shitty, but, you know, whatever. Okay, I'm liking this one a lot. I want to find a way to add some stuff here. I think I need some teeth or whatever on this one. I like the idea of this kind of being embedded here as well. I think. This one sort of lacks the curvature though, so I'm not loving that. I need to get rid of some of these walls. I need to be able to see this a bit better. Let's I feel like this is kind of overkill for what I'm trying to do, but I think it kind of works. Problem here is I need this to be like, again, it's a different look. It's fine. Whatever. Yeah, I hate reaction videos so much, but I can't agree. But that's the thing that's so annoying, though, because the problem is if they become popular, then everyone's like, I was saying this earlier. I was like, I think if someone were to start a stream today, or like a YouTube channel, I would say two things: react channel and have like crazy outlandish takes. If you combine those, I'm not saying you're gonna be like, excuse me, like you're gonna do pretty well, because that's all it rewards. And then all you need is like really good thumbnails or something. And even then, probably not. Like if you just have some like ridiculous takes and you go over the top, like I think that works. Like sensationalizing everything, like it just works. And it's like, what's annoying though is if it works, then the YouTube algorithm's gonna keep telling you like, oh, like this is what's popular, you should watch this. You're like, I don't want to watch this. This is fucking brain rot. Why would anyone want? But people watch it, so then you're gonna be forced to see it, and then by seeing it, they get an impression, and the impression is like, oh, look how many impressions you got. Then you get views, like, and maybe the dumb video piques your curiosity. It's like, fair enough. Like, can't really argue with that too much, like. But at the same time, like, holy shit, that's annoying. I kind of want to make this look like a cracked tooth here. Maybe we can find a way to do that. There's something here. This just needs, this needs, I need flesh block. I think. Ugh. Maybe we'll kind of. It's looking decent, I guess. All right, whatever. Why are there so few views? What do you mean, Shady? On this? We were just talking about this. Because I'm not interesting. My builds are boring. That's why. Also, like, you and Prince are the only ones on YouTube, but we have more people, I think, or we had more people on Twitch, although I just had to run for a sec to grab some food for the animals, so, those little bastards gotta eat. I think we could make this a little bit better. I also want to use some different blocks here. I want more of this ingrained in this. I realize I'm missing that pretty badly right here, so maybe we can... I always like the way that looks, especially once we paint it. That red looks pretty good. Those little tiny touches are, I always find, make like builds just stand out that little bit more, Even here. I think that looks weird right now, but once we do this and we paint it again, I don't know why I didn't keep the paint on. And kind of... it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right. But yeah, so Shady, it's funny because we were just talking about this, like, one of the things that we're talking about was actually around views and around, if you're a YouTuber or a streamer, and like how hard it can be to like get views and make money, whatever. And I was like, most people I think have a really hard time accepting the fact that they're probably not, like, I'm not. Take it from someone who's not doing like anything special. like most people are not going to get to a point where they actually make much out of their streaming or YouTube or whatever. And it's interesting because like the view things and like we're talking about like there's like, you know, React channel. I was saying like basically if you're going to start a YouTube channel, I would recommend someone start a React channel. It's like the easiest thing you can do. It's literally take someone else's work and be like, oh my, you know, that's it. And then you may not make a ton of money, but it's the easiest shit you can do. Now, the downside of a channel like that is you have to be like super on top of whatever next news thingy pops up, but like, you know, whatever, man. That shit's fucking go on Twitter or something, and like you'll get answers there. Yeah, it's not gonna be that hard. I think we need to put a little smushing right there. That's pretty good. This is coming together relatively well. I'd still like to have a little bit more variety in some spots here, but Shady, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. We're working on this Skyblock mod still. It's taking us a little bit of time. We're developing some custom. This will be the last one I do today because I gotta eat. I'm starving, so I'm just gonna finish off this island. I don't know what I'm gonna put on the island though. I want like a design or a building of some kind, but I'm not really sure what. Sometimes you don't need anything, I guess, but it'd be kind of nice to have something, you know? Little something to break it up. This is also strange. I don't know why I have this, but yeah, like this works, but I need something else here. Let's maybe start with that, and we'll put some, yeah, like that, and then we'll just like that. Whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna join now, but I'm interested. Oh, I mean, that's fine. I mean, listen, like, Shady, here's the thing, man. My thing is like, I'm doing Terraria building. Like, if I wanted to be popular in Terraria, I would do like challenge runs. And all this. I don't know. I can't be bothered that much with it. I'm not very good at them. Who cares? I do building because I enjoy it. And then hopefully, if other people ever get interested in it, they'll find me and be like, oh, like, you're the guy that builds, you know, like, well, I don't know if he's still here, but Chaser, who's on, by the way, guys, we are multi-streaming, so I am streaming on Twitch and on YouTube, but Chasers, who was here on Twitch, came over from having seen a YouTube video, happened to see I was streaming, was chatting, and it was nice to give some subs. I'm like, but that process for people to give a crap about your content, like your content enough to like follow it, like that content enough to come watch you live, to talk to you, and then to follow the channel, and then to donate to the channel is like a very long chain of like good events that need to happen, and it's not easy. And I think you know, it can be really hard to get to that stage, you know, which is fine. Like that's actually quite normal. So I think people just sometimes aren't really I won't say accepting of that fact, but they kind of like underplay how that can kind of turn out, I guess, if that makes sense. So anyways, but Shay, you've been here before though, right? I think you've been here. I'm pretty sure you've been here before, right? Ooh, that doesn't look very good. I do like that. I think this just needs to be meshed into this. That looks good. I'm just trying to like play around with the textures a bit here. Like I what I want to do here is, you know what? Let's actually, I know what we can do here. We can do something like this. I need a different shape. And then here we won't hammer that down. It's unfortunate, but I think we're gonna have a choice. We're gonna do this and darken that up. Okay, and then here we're gonna leave this with this. I don't know why it does that. I really do like the way that looks, I'm not gonna lie. All right, and then I think what we need is like a little bit more. Maybe this actually. Actually does work kind of nice. All right, cool. Actually, this is my first time. Oh, That's weird. Oh, maybe there's someone else has a name like yours. Sorry. Anyways, this is my first time on one of your streams live. Nice. So Shady, here's a question. Have you seen the YouTube channel beforehand? Or is this your first time seeing the channel, both live and ever? And also, how did you, like, if you're not following me, that's the other thing. It's very hard to find people on YouTube. I will say that. That is one thing I am always surprised by. It's like, when I go and look for someone on YouTube, I'm like, I don't even know how to like use the search bar at that point. It's like so confusing. You know, it's not very well, I'll say integrated is the right word, but it needs a little bit of work. Let's leave it at that. I feel like this does need a little bit more stone, but you know, we can actually, I think we actually do need a big chunk of stone up here. And what we'll do maybe up here is, yeah, let's kind of, okay, and we'll just paint that red, right? That'll look good. More interesting, anyways. Okay, so yeah, so see, that's interesting, Shady. So, because like you're subscribed, so I assume you'll get a notification that just says like a little live thing beside my name, right? Which is great. But if you weren't subscribed, how the hell would you find me? You know? Like, think about that. It is very hard to find people on YouTube. Very hard. Like, there's no discoverability, which is like, again, that's the thing. Not to say that like, you know, more people should find me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like it is hard to find people in general, which is, you know, it is what it is. But I just, that's why I'm most surprised. Like sometimes we get new people that just happen to find the stream, and I'm always like, oh my god, welcome, like, congratulations, like, you know, like, you found this dumpster fire. It's a nice little surprise. Let's leave it at that. Especially right now. Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, Terraria is a very small thing. So Shady, here's a question: if you're watching the channel, is there any videos that you like really have enjoyed so far, or maybe some videos that you, or both videos that you've liked and videos you haven't liked as much, or a video you want to see? I have some videos coming out. I actually have to release. I'm behind as always. I'm always delayed in my schedule. I have a video I got to release really soon, but I haven't. I'm just kind of quite gotten around to it, to the surprise of absolutely nobody. That looks pretty good. But I'd be curious to get your take, because I do, like I said, I'm a big believer in like kind of hearing what you guys have to say about, you know, builds in general. And ideas for builds, I guess, as well. I don't want to do anything here, so I'm gonna kind of just maybe mush that into place. I do feel like, again, I still need more flesh blocks, I think. And just even spreading these out, like in a couple spots, just kind of gives us a little bit more. Yeah, I like putting it in this so we have a little bit more texture. So I do like this. I think this one will have no tooth, maybe? Or maybe this will have a tooth. Yeah, damn it. I think I'm gonna have to put a tooth there of some kind. I don't dislike the way this looks, but maybe we'll do a little bit different. We'll do it on the outside. That could work. Also, and Shady, if you have any questions around building or what I'm building or things you've been thinking about or wondering about, by all means, man, let me know. I'm happy to answer. That's what I'm here for. So I'd like this to look good, like with just this. I just worry this isn't going to be enough to... Well, it's actually not... It's not bad. I do like a little bit. It's a bit of a different look. I don't hate it, so I'm gonna keep it like that. Well, to be honest, I don't watch many of your videos, but I really hope... Ah, okay. So Shady, we have a couple of tutorials. The problem with tutorials is, so the next tutorial I'm planning on doing, so I just did a Windows one. I want to do a landscaping one, and I want to do a tutorial for like decorating, like in the house, because I get that. But the thing is, like, once I do a couple tutorials, I'm like, there's not really a lot of tutorials left to do, you know? It's like random decorations. Like, it just, I think tutorials will get better views, but like, they're very like, once I do one, like, I don't really need to ever do it again, kind of thing. But yes, tutorials are definitely on my map of things I need to keep doing. Or that I want to keep doing, at least. There's a few, for sure. Is there any specific tutorial you need? That's probably my next question. Is there kind of one you're like hoping for? Like, what tutorial are you hoping for, I guess, is my question. Because it sounds like you got something in mind. Although maybe you haven't seen all the ones I've done, so maybe I've already done one that you're thinking of. There's a lot of tutorials I could do, obviously, but yeah. I don't know if I'll ever get to all of them. Oh, that's not even painted. That's super fun. I kind of think I need to... I like this, I think. Yeah, I like that. That looks kind of cool. This is just... I want the flesh block. Maybe if I do like a little bit more of this. Again, this is all just for texture's sake. I don't think it changes much, but I also think this could be a little bit longer or bigger or whatever. I worry when I do this because it kind of expands the design more than I kind of want, but I think that'll look better. Ooh, the decorations furniture would be absolutely, yes. So I know people struggle with that. The thing is, like, I don't know if I would say like, here's how I decorate or here's some like cool tips for decorating. Because the thing with tips for decorating, it's like, it's so dependent on what your build looks like. So it's like, it's very subjective, right? So it's like, if I build a huge castle, I'm going to have like castle-like furniture and castle-oriented things, like on theme. But I think showing some stuff of like how I decorate, how I fill a space, it kind of, yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it. It's like, how do I decorate a room? I think a lot of it is like, do background work, put a window, you know, I use books, I use this. Like, I don't use anything special, but I think there might be a few things that are, yeah, I have to think, the thing with that particular video is I have to think how I want to like package it and like explain it to people, because it's very easy to be like, I put stuff in the room that looks interesting. Like, that's not like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a very good tutorial. Like, the idea would be like, hey, here's what I do, and here's how you can also like do something similar. You know, that would be like maybe a little more useful, I guess, but who knows? I don't know what to do here. I think we're gonna go with sure, that looks okay, I guess. I feel like I need like a gap in here as well. I could even do more of this glowy stuff. I like the way it looks, it's just a little bit in your face. So I think actually a good place for it would be like a chunk of it like right here. See if it looks good. It might not. It's really about adding some texture. And the more I can put down, the better. I also think doing random spots like this is probably also a good idea, because it's just going to give us a little bit more glow to the build, which I think one like this should have. So Problem here is then I do that and I have to fill this space. I don't know if I should be using this or that. Oh, sorry. Also, what I struggle the most with isn't deals, but actual. So, sorry. What do you mean by layouts? Like the proportions of it. So, like as an example, like how I lay out this kind of thing, like the external part, the internal part. Because the thing with layouts is where I struggle with that is like I didn't build this knowing I'm like, okay, these 9 blocks are gonna go here. These 10, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know that. I just sort of build. It's like what I'm doing here. I don't know where I'm going to put stuff. I'm just kind of like testing it out and seeing what I think looks good. And layouts can be really, I guess if I'm understanding what you think a layout is and how I think a layout is, that's hard because that's so like dependent on what you're trying to make. Yeah, exactly. So like, it's like, why is this the overall shape? So that one is more like I don't think I would need to make a video on that. What I would say is like, if you're trying to build a tower, right? Like any build. So when I had my top 9 tips video, like basically it's like build with thickness, use your hammer, build with asymmetry. So don't like just build a big box. Like, so like here it's wider at the bottom and it narrows and it gets taller. So it's going to be a tower, but I could make the roof a lot taller. It's like, that's really kind of up to you because there isn't like a perfect layout. You know, what I would say is don't just build like, you know, if you're building something, don't just make like a, you know, I don't know, like don't just make a thing that's like, here's my room, you know, this is what everyone does. They do this. And then they're like, okay, and then I'm going to add stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here's my layout. So pretend this is a room, right? And here's my entrance. Cool. Right? And then here's my exit. Like, that's pretty boring, right? So what I just said in my top 9 tips is like, okay, well, like, do a box. Well, let's do another box over here and make this even a bit taller. And maybe we'll make it a bit wider. All right? And then, okay, so like, we're kind of framing this out, you know? All right, so here's another room. I'm like, well, this looks pretty good, but like, this is kind of weird. You know, I'm like, yeah, it is kind of weird. Maybe I don't want this here. Maybe I can cut this off here or keep this, or maybe I can say like, you know what, let's actually extend this all the way and we'll make like, you know, we'll make like a staircase here, you know? So this is given the shape. Okay, cool. And then I got to be able to get up here. Okay, cool. So now we've got like a different room and like, oh, maybe this will be, you know, this is like an exit or something. And then we'll have like a little overhang and then this is a roof. So we'll do like this, you know? And maybe we don't want it to be like a full roof, so we'll go like here instead. We'll do a double roof, or I don't know, like, you know what I mean? So like this will be like a big chimney or something, right? So now like you have like a different shape already, and you're not just making a box. So like this is not like a planned anything. And now you can change the height and whatever, and the stairs could go face this way instead of this way or whatever. Like, but you kind of get the idea. Like, you don't have to map it out in advance. I think you have to decide like, what do I want? I want to build a small 2-story house. Cool. Start with that. If you do that, you'll have a lot more success. The problem is like, it's really hard to dictate to someone like, this is the way to build a house. Like no, you can build anything and you can build it almost infinite number of ways with infinite number of blocks and paints and whatever. So like the fundamentals there become a little bit more useful to you than like telling you, this is how you need to build your next house. Like it's just ridiculous. It'd be ridiculous for anyone to think that's how you would have to do it. Or for someone to tell you, like, that's how it should be done. Because that's just ostensibly wrong, right? In my semi-professional opinion. I don't know if that helps you at all. It might not. I apologize if it doesn't, but that's just kind of my thinking on it. You know, it's very... It's just very easy for folks to be like, this is how you have to do this. And I'm like, no, it's not. You do what you want, you know? You have a build in mind, if you have an idea. I hope that my channel, what it does is help people sort of see how they could do it maybe, or what they could make with something. But I don't want it to be like, this is how you have to make something. That's not the intent of the channel, or anything I do for that matter. It ruins the creativity. You know, when someone says you must do this way, I'm like, yeah, no, I'll pass. Yeah, there might be cool ways of doing certain things. I'm like, hey, if you want to make it look like, if you want this look, I'm like, you need to use gray painted hellstone brick. That is how, like, there's no other way that you can do this. But otherwise, it's kind of up to you, right? Like, it's not really, it's something you must do. So I think that's an important thing that, like I said, a lot of people tend to maybe omit slightly from the reality of what they're doing. I think I'm going to want just a little bit of this in here. I think where I can grab some of this will... There we go. So when I use the overlapping box, so it depends on... So when you do the overlapping boxes, the problem is you either are making them the same height, right? So they're the same height side by side, they look the same. And if you make one like way too big and one way too small, they also look weird. And yeah, everyone has different opinions. That's why. So my opinion is just an opinion. I build a lot, I guess, which maybe makes my opinion have a little bit more, I'd say weight to it, but I'm like, dude, it's just an opinion. Like, you can take it or leave it. You can say, yeah, that's stupid, I'm gonna do this. Go for it, right? Like, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. Not one bit. So I will say the box thing is more like, it's a concept. You could make a circle on top of a box, or like a rectangle vertically with a pyramid on top. Like, you know what I mean? Like just, it's just shapes. Like, you're just making shapes, and then you come to like this is not a shape that I had planned. I'm just like, it looks kind of like teeth, and I want them curved and looking evil. That's all I got in my head. That's it. Right? So it's not very useful to most normal people, but here we are. I'm gonna just do a little bit more. And then I'm just adding features. What I struggle with is I want to build something, but what? I don't know where. So period. So again, that's where I'd say that's where going on my channel, it might be useful. I don't know, like look up, just type in like, I don't know, like cool buildings on Google and see what pops up, you know? Where you build it is irrelevant, who cares? Like, you can build it anywhere. I'm building in the sky. You can change the biome, you can change the background, you can build in the jungle, build underground, doesn't matter. What you want to build, again, is completely up to you. You just might need some inspiration, right? So like, again, you might say, oh, okay, I like this. I want to build these teeth looking things, but on a flat surface going upwards. And in the middle is going to be like a crystal that's being held up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, whatever. Like, just take your favorite video game, take your favorite book, artist, whatever, and just like pull something from that to like get inspiration, you know, or for me or whatever, right? Like, I think like that's the biggest thing is like very often it's like paralysis by analysis. People are like, what do I build? What if it doesn't look? I'm like, who cares? Like, I have so many crappy builds, just build. Like, you like, no one cares like what you built or how bad it is or whatever. Just like, if you like it, you post it somewhere and you share it, and then you get a little bit better. Maybe you get some tips, maybe not. Like, no one, like, listen, I have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube for my builds. I don't care if people don't like them, right? But people like them enough to subscribe and to see stuff. That doesn't mean my builds are the best in the world. They're not. Like, there are people that build some insane builds, insane. And I'm like, I just happen to build with some frequency. That's it. That's my only like current thing going for me, you know, is I build enough, or often enough at least, you know. But a lot of people just kind of, yeah, they don't, I don't know, they just worry too much about what their build's gonna look like. And I'm like, who cares, you know? You don't gain anything by worrying about it. It's just like, and you can build anything and it'll look probably fine for the most part. You know what I'm realizing we're missing is some of this shit. Should be a little bit more of this. This is a pretty important thing to have in a build like this. You know, like, this is not like, you know, even when I'm building this, I'm like, why am I building this way? I don't know, why not? Like, what's the harm? It's like, it looks good. That's why. This is all for texture anyways, it doesn't really matter. Maybe I'll put like a little bit of this on some of them, like. All right, that's good. And then here I need something. Let me get rid of this and actually add a little bit more. Sometimes I like doing this because what I can do here is I can just do this and just kind of hammer stuff in place. But yeah, so Beard, I don't know, like I'd say like where do you normally get inspiration to do a build? Like, or do you just never know what you're like? If you never ever know, I mean, obviously like you just need to invent something in your head, just like that, and just make it, you know? Like I said, you don't lose anything by doing that, so. This looks weird, I think because I need to shape this more. And this is sort of strange too. Yeah, this needs... Damn it, that's really annoying that does that. I think this is looking decent. These feel a little more intricate in some way, but I actually like this one quite a bit, so we'll have to do something. They just come from you, but see, but that's fine though. But like, even then though, even if the problem is then even if you have that inspiration, then you're like, oh, well, it doesn't look like I thought in my head. I'm like, yeah, obviously. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like the hardest thing to do is like transfer something over. So it's like, you're always going to have like, you're always going to be like fighting with a build or like, it's not going to quite look right or whatever, right? Like, I just think ultimately it's like, it's not really worth like beating yourself up about too much. You just kind of build, you know, and see what comes of it. And if hopefully if you like it enough, then it was hopefully worth the time, you know? Like I kind of, maybe that's just me and maybe I just simplify it too much, but like I don't see any benefit to me like worrying about it really, right? It's like, is the build perfect? Nope. Do I like it? It's okay. You know? That's kind of all there is to it. It's like, I don't know. I have a hard time worrying about that stuff because I'm like, I don't know, man. Like someone, if someone sees this, I guarantee you someone sees this and they could probably build something even more detailed and more intricate and better than what I can do. And I'm like, that's okay. Like, I think it's a cool build. I hope people get inspired to make something based off of this and run with it. You know, like, awesome. I have a style I like steampunk's great. But my brain seems to think all my builds need to fit into a world. That can be hard. I do a lot of standalone builds for that reason because I'm like, what do I feel like building today? So my worlds are not cohesive. Now, I will say a world that is like all steampunk, and I remember someone submitted a world like that because I have to get back to that. Jesus, I have like these world like only builds or whatever where I like review like worlds that like you guys submit. One person did that. It was like all steampunk, all themed. It was dope. I really liked that world. The builds were not like exceptional necessarily, like in the sense of what they were. They were like, I'd say like I probably have a few builds that are built, but the person's clearly a skilled builder, and like, but the cohesion of the world made it feel so good. So good. I was a little jealous, but I'm like, I can't imagine the time that took, right? So they had a really cool steampunk world with like, you know, a lot of stuff in it, and it just, yeah, like, I don't know where, like, as the inspiration was like, I need to build a steampunk world. I'm like, if that's what it takes, man, go for it. That's awesome, you know? That's how I look at it. So, does that mean it's perfect? No. Could I build a better world? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. Maybe not. You know, like, but I don't have to worry about that. Like, what do I care? You know? Oh my good lord. Okay. I think this is... I don't want to do much more. I know I want like some walls here, but I think that might actually ruin some of the aesthetic here. It's just really tempting to always add extra bits. I'm just trying to close some of these gaps. Because again, in here, I had more flesh in these other ones, I think, but I don't know if this needs a lot of flesh. I think I can add that higher up. And kind of get like a slightly different look. That looks pretty good. I've been working on the same world for a few years, but see, I bet that world is going to look phenomenal. Like, even if, like, again, maybe your builds aren't as detailed, or maybe they're way more detailed than this. Like, the thing is, it's more like, what I'd recommend is like, if you're working on a world, like, and you just lose some inspiration, like, just move off of it, go to something else, and then come back. Like, that world's not going anywhere, right? Like, and also you probably weren't going to finish it overnight anyways. So it's like, what's the harm, right? Like, you can always go back to it. You go back to it when you're ready, and you know, if you're feeling a little bit more inspired, you might come up with an even better build. And you're like, oh, I have this cool idea, or oh, I saw this thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna include that in my world. Like, that's all it takes, right? Like, it's funny, but it's like literally all it takes. Is like that little moment of, oh yeah, like that'll look really good, you know, like, and you just huck it in there, and then sure enough, it looks awesome. So like, if you have that, like great. If you don't, like, so you're gonna have days where you're not as inspired, and you're like, you know what, like, I don't really feel like fucking building today in this world. Or like having multiple worlds on the go can be good. The problem is you may feel like you're never gonna finish the project, which may be the case. Fair enough, right? That may be the case, but you're not going to get it. Like, you might get done even slower if you don't have, like, if you're not drawing inspiration from other things. So I'd argue, I'm like, what's really the harm at the end of the day? Now, one thing I do want to try to add here would be a little bit of plant life. I don't know if that's necessary though. I don't like the idea of that, but I did that on this first one because I was kind of I didn't have a lot of extra space for stuff, but maybe that's not necessary here. These ones are a bit bigger, so maybe that adds clutter. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'd like this more like this. So the question up here is, what the hell am I making? I don't think I'm gonna build it today, whatever I do. Yeah, it's 9:30. I gotta eat. So I'm gonna leave it here. I'm not gonna keep building. I'm gonna end the building. We're gonna keep talking though. Okay. So let me save and exit. Or actually, you know what? Before I do anything, let me well. Do I even want to take a picture? No, I'm not even gonna take a picture. I'll do it at the end. We'll save this. Normally I would, but hey. Let me exit this, guys. All right. So, like I was saying. Oh, yes. I like how you have that. Yeah, I have the orange blood rune underneath. I personally just simply typing the name of selling. Exactly. So, Shady, that's a good example. Like, you could be like gothic. You could go steampunk. You could say, I don't know, like, put something into like AI, chat AI, or an AI chatbot or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you have so many options. So like, I think like, if you're looking at something and you're not sure what to do, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I think that creativity can be hard. And I think this is the thing I was saying earlier. Like, when you're doing building or anything, and like, let's say like, you know, someone's like, oh, I want you to build for me. And I'm like, okay, pay me to do it. The problem is that I'm building for someone else. I'm building on a timeline. I'm not feeling creative. I have to get the thing done. It still may look good, but like, it just kind of sucks the soul out of the thing you're doing. And I think like, that's the hardest part about like when your things that like our hobbies or creative things become jobs, right? So it's like, I like cooking. I love if I have like an idea for something I want to make when I want to cook, and I'm willing to go and buy like the ingredients, or even if they're a little bit more expensive, go buy some good ingredients, make a thing. Maybe it's not the best like version of what I could make, but I made it. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. I know what I would do to change it. That's it. Like, that is a great place to be, right? So like when you're building and you're not sure what you want to make, it is totally reasonable to go in and say, you know what? I'm going to make this thing. I can always go back and change it. I don't go back and change my builds because I like the fact that I fucked it up or I screwed something up and I don't like it. And the reason I like that, okay, is because I can always go look back at it and be like, oh my God, look how bad that is. Look at the progression since, right? It's totally, it's like a pretty healthy way of looking at it. Now, if you're trying to get like a final perfect world, the reality is build number 1 in a world that you're doing versus build 40. Build 40 is probably gonna look a lot nicer than build number 1, even if you've been building for a long time. That's just kind of the reality, right? So it's like, I generally think it's probably your best, I'd say your best bet in general with these kinds of things is just to build and enjoy. And it's like, I think like Bearded, if you have a really comprehensive world, like something that's like really grabbed your attention, you'll probably find drawn to it a lot more regularly than if I'm like, hey, build me a castle. And the day after that, build me another castle, you know, like, and if you're not drawn to it, then you don't build, no problem. Like, it's not going anywhere, right? Like, I think that's the biggest thing. So again, it does depend a little on you as a person. It depends on what you're trying to do, and it depends on how you feel that day, obviously. But for me, I think that's usually a pretty healthy way of going about it. Like, you know, no one cares about my builds. No one cares about your builds. You do. You're your own worst enemy, your own worst critic, you know, your harshest critic. So just, you know, ignore the voice in your head sometimes and just do your thing. So anyways, with all that said, guys, I need to eat. I am starving. I need to figure out something to shove into my face. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the builds. I need to finish up these islands. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. I don't know, call it in the next stream, maybe, probably. The islands themselves, I have a pretty good feel for them. They're not easy to make, but they're not super hard to make. So what we'll see is if we can finish it up for the next time, and then that'll be all my islands done for the actual, well, the what's it called, Skyblock mod. I am hoping, ideally, that then the mod will be done in the next little while, and you guys will actually be able to play it. That would be awesome. It'll be something I'll announce and share openly on the stream. You guys will be able to hopefully play it. Hopefully it works really well. I may even get people to test it in the community before we release it. I don't know. So I'll talk to Moo about it. We'll see what happens. But hopefully you guys will be able to join that and kind of play. So I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be cool. I don't know if I'll play it myself. I'm actually not a big Skyblock fan, but the fact that I have my own builds in there makes me feel like I should probably play them, but we'll see. Anyways, Bearded, thanks so much for hanging out. Shady as well. Guys, I'm going to log off here. Wait, how many viewers do we even have on Twitch? Like probably 2 people now. I was going to maybe raid, but I don't know if we have enough people. Yeah, we have like what, 6, 7 people, maybe 8 people. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, I would normally raid, but I think I'll keep it up. Oh, Bearded, thanks for the follow. I thought you were already following. Whatever. Anyways, Shady, thank you so much for watching, man. Bearded, you as well, and everyone else that popped in. I don't know if Chasers is still here. Thank you for the raid, Cappy, and Chasers for the donated subs. It's very nice. Hopefully, guys, we will be back and finishing the builds next time. And in the meantime, guys, keep building, keep enjoying, keep asking questions. If you're not in the Discord, go in the Discord, post your builds, ask for advice, shoot the shit, whatever. Michael, thank you for hanging out, man. As always, good to see you. Michael, if you're streaming tonight, let me know. I will pop in and say hi. I just gotta eat food. I'm dying. I'm hungry. So, guys, lots of love. Enjoy your building, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.